alligator, see you later. Gotta hit the road. Gotta hit the road. The sun is changing the atmosphere, the architecture unfamiliar. I can get used to this. Time flies by, and stick around and you'll see what I mean. There's a mountain top that I'm dreaming of. If you need me, you know where I'll be. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. I'll be riding shotgun underneath the hot sun, feeling like a someone. The south of the equator navigated, gotta hit the road, gotta hit the road. Gypsy diving around the clock, bikini bottoms, lager tops. I could get used to this. Time flies by in the yellow and green. Stick around and you see what I mean.
Welcome back.
I'm back.
Welcome back, everyone. Doug, Billy. Hey, Brad.
Hey, Doug, Brad, Billy, Judith. Did you have time to eat?
Oh, yeah. I ate too much, really.
Try to get my sister to come in, but she's busy.
That's cool. That's right. Hey, Brad, you want to come up? There's Brian back. Hey, Brian.
Hey, Brian.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back.
Great
Yeah.
to be back. Sandy, thanks. Hi, JL.
Hey, Brian.
Billy says I need to change my name from Shandy to Charming.
Well, she is charming, Billy.
We're both charming ladies.
Our tribe is charming.
Yeah, that's the name of our tribe. Is the Charming Tribe.
The charming tribe.
Hey, Doug, welcome back. Hey, Cleo.
Hey,
Why am I
Cleo.
always sitting in the same place?
I don't know. I guess that chair put your name on it.
That's your spot, Dougie.
No?
Hi, Dougie.
I can change it
You do
to,
it, Brian.
can do it like that, put me in the spotlight.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's a
Or
nice sun shining behind that ship.
Yeah.
actually, if you look real close, there's 3 boats in here.
I see the two, of course. I
There's a
believe
middle one.
you if you tell me there's a third.
You just have to look real close. I don't like
Okay.
that. I get better.
That's a cool picture.
So, Dougie, I'm curious.
Yes,
If you don't mind me asking,
please do.
I'm curious about your background. What did you retire from, or are you still working?
I've retired. I was a union iron worker in New York City. I got in the union in 1986. Okay. In 1991, I moved to Wyoming. Left
So
New York.
you were a
I
union
did-
worker. Union worker doing what? Like what type of work?
I was local 46. We installed rebar. We were rod busters.
I see.
But we're union iron workers. We have set well, now we only have 5 locals in the New York vicinity. We used to have 7. They shut a couple down a couple decades ago. So
Wow. So, by the way, when I was with the city, I was union as well.
sure.
CUPE, which
Mhm.
is Canadian Union of Public Employees.
Yep.
Okay, sorry to cut you off. Keep going, Dougie. So,
I will. I'm paying attention. I'm multitasking. So, in about 1991, I moved to Wyoming. I left New York. I did not leave the Ironworkers Union, but I did not work through the union when I was in Wyoming. I did other things.
Right.
My main thing, what I learned when I went to Wyoming the first time in November of 1988, I learned a few things then. First thing I did was I bought an acre of land for 20 grand. It was cheap at the time, but it was impinged by a right of way through the land, so it made it undesirable for most people.
I see.
But it worked for me. It was snowing. This is what happened. I'd never been in. I visited Jackson for the first time. It was November. I visited a friend of mine. He lived in a trailer at the bottom of the Snow King Mountain, which is not the big ski area. It's the town hill. Snow King is the town hill. Jackson Hole ski area is 15 miles away. Right?
I see. Oh, I've seen some of the Jackson Hole live cams. It's very interesting.
Oh yeah, no, I watch those a lot. So what I learned was that in Jackson, in a good year, they'll have 30 feet of snow fall.
Wow.
And in a very good year, they'll have 40. Right?
Ooh.
So I said, that's where I want to be. And I went out there and I snowboarded. And I worked for a concrete outfit, setting panels and pouring concrete and doing what they do. Eventually started my own company specializing in ICFs, insulated concrete forms. I don't know if you've seen them, but it's a system of styrofoam blocks. It looks like Legos. And you fill them with concrete.
Wow, good for you, man.
You fill them with concrete, right?
Right.
So while I was in Wyoming, I got married twice and had 5 kids.
You got married twice.
Yep.
And had 5 kids from both marriages or one?
No, it's 2 from the first and 3 from the second.
Wow. Okay, you're a busy guy, that I know.
It took me a while to figure out what was causing it.
Right.
Yeah. So what? So then it got to be 2009. And I was a local contractor in Jackson. I'd been working there for many years and I had a good reputation. Everybody knew me. But what happened in 2009, in 2008, Teton County had close to 300 and some odd work permits issued for work, right? The county. Private work mostly.
Right.
In 2009, there were like 35 permits issued. Literally 10% of what had been the year before. There was no work for anybody to do. Right? You couldn't get a job. No one was building nothing. There was no work to be had. That was 2009. So what I did is I said, well, I know what I got to do. I got to go back to New York. Because When I was self-employed, I had to provide all my own insurances and retirement benefits and every other thing. As you know, it's a nightmare, right?
I bet it's not easy. Yeah, my dad had his own business.
So when I went in 2009, I moved back to New York. A few months later, my wife and kids followed me. I came back out, got back set up, rented a place, went to the Union Hall, got sent to work right away, went right back to work, started making my pension points again and getting my health insurance back in order, and everything was right in place where I left it. Everything was right in place where I left it in 1991 when I came back in 2009.
Did you get like a lot of years in for your pension?
Nope, because I worked a lot in Wyoming. But by the time I retired, I had what pension points I had. I worked in the union for about 6 years before I left, and then for about 12 years when I came back. I've got about 18 years in that pay for the that applied towards the pension and other stuff.
That's something.
18 is better than 8. That's for sure.
Darn sure. That's pretty good, actually.
Enough about unless you have more questions. That's more or less. So I moved back in 2009. I went back to the union. I worked until about 2 years ago. My back is shot. My discs are crushed. I had lower back surgery on my lumbar, and I qualified for SSD, so I got full pension from the union. I got pension without penalty.
Oh, that's great. So you got a little bit of a disability and they helped you out.
Yeah, I get a little disability too. And the union pays my pension, and I still have the union benefits as they still apply to people collecting.
That's so good that
well, my second wife gets a piece of the pension.
That's so good that the union's backing you.
Oh, yeah, no, they do. They're good for that. Of course, it's a private sector union, not a municipal union.
Because I'll tell you, I mean, I make a bit of money from my art, and whatever I do is a sheer bonus, but my career was my main job. I mean, my art was just
you drove the Zamboni for 15 years. You told me that.
Yeah. I mean, my art was just a hobby when I started. Mm-hmm. I drove the Zamboni. I worked in the freezing cold for years.
I've got to imagine that just like waiters and waitresses, most artists actually you do something else as well. You know what I mean?
You got it. Right? You got it. Most artists do something. I thought, even with a lot of musicians starting out, I think the same thing. They all have other jobs to rely on, which really helps a lot.
Like waiters and waitresses. Those are the people that are artists, and they're all working.
And same with actors and actresses. When I worked at the theater, I met so many nice people. I mean, I'll be honest, I met a couple that weren't so nice either, but most of the people were.
You meet those kind of people everywhere, yeah.
Were really, really nice, but the entertainment field, it can be tough sometimes. Long hours. Dougie, I can remember when I did ice, getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going to the rink in snowstorms, and opening up the arena at like 5:30 in the morning and flooding ice. It would be like minus 30. And you're there with your work boots on, and the steel in your work boots gets cold, as you know.
I know. I wouldn't wear the steel toes.
Yeah.
I think they're more dangerous. More dangerous to wear them than
it's a must requirement for us.
They tried to pull that shit on us, but we're private sector union. We told them no. We said, no, we're not going to wear steel toe boots. We don't care what you say.
That's good you guys fought for it, but later in my years, I actually went to steel-toed work shoes.
Sure.
Because I was getting problems with my feet wearing work boots for so many years.
Don't get me wrong, Brian. Anyone who wanted to wear steel toes could, but it wasn't. We weren't going to let them mandate it. We said
Good
no.
for you.
And they said, okay.
Good for you, man. Good for you.
And that was OSHA.
Yeah, good for you. I literally started getting problems with my feet.
How much you want to bet Joker and Shandy are on the phone with each other? That's why their mics are off. We can't hear them talking.
No,
No,
actually, we were in chat, letting y'all chat away and have a good time.
I'm teasing you. I'm teasing you.
Welcome back.
I turn the mic off when I get on the phone sometimes on the panel, so I know what it is.
Now, welcome
And
back.
I don't want to
BD.
hog the mic, so.
Well, I'm happy to answer your questions, Brian. You answered mine before.
Yeah, you know, Dougie, I was just curious because I've seen your channel and I love your channel. I've watched a couple of your videos, and I never like just going on your about.
La 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 la.
What are you doing, BD?
Oh gosh, yeah, stupid phone's got wrong buttons on the
I
wrong
think
side.
reading the chat.
No, wrong way. Go that way. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! What?
You got it taken care of yet?
Yep.
Okay, you all right now?
Are you having a seizure, BD?
Yeah, there was something going on real strange. That, I just didn't know what was happening then.
Yeah, it sounds like something weird going on, like you losing it.
BD, I promise I won't tell any more of my jokes.
And yeah, I agree, Gal Pal. And they say women.
Blah 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 blah
Blah, blah, blah.
By the way, you know that talking dog I had?
Yeah.
Well, when I was smoking, I gave him a couple dollars to get me a pack of cigarettes from the store.
Okay.
Yep.
Poor dog brought back $2. He said, I said, what'd you bring me back the money for? He said, I've never had $2 before.
Okay.
Okay, that was a bad one.
I'm trying to figure out what it means. So
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, the dog
Hey,
bought
you
back
gotta laugh at
$2.
Stephanie.
I've never had $2 before. Yeah, okay, all right, okay.
No, he brought back
He
$2.
Because
He
he
brought
didn't know
back
what
the
to do
money.
with it.
Because and he didn't bring back the cigarettes because he just
Ah,
said I've never had $2 before. Believe it or not, it's an old Johnny Carson joke.
Okay. I never watched Johnny Carson much, but okay.
I love Johnny Carson.
if I could learn to turn off notifications, I'll be laughing.
Johnny Carson was pretty good. He was
Yeah.
pretty good.
I liked him.
Yeah, he was. What I watched. Brad.
Did-
Brad's in the house. BM's in the house.
Brad and BM are both here, and Gal Pal.
And
And
I
Jerome.
thought Gal Power was going to come up tonight.
I hope she comes up.
Come on, Gal Pal. Come on up if you want.
We
I
have
like BM.
clearly coming
Has
back.
BM been up on your panel, Shandy? He's been up on mine.
No, he ain't been up on mine yet. I've seen him on yours.
Maybe he's bashful.
He's shy.
Billy.
So, BD, I missed it when you first came in. You were laughing your head off. What was so funny?
I'd have to go up chat a bit.
Oh, you were laughing at something in chat I didn't see. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I can see is, oops, I've lost the chat. Oh no. The last thing it said is it was one of Billy's comments. Oh no, I've got to find it quickly before it gets.
Gone.
There's the live chat.
thought
The last
it was,
one. No, it's gone.
Yeah.
Basically, the last one I can see was "You Be Right, Billy," but it's been what it's in past chat now.
Anything Billy says.
BM?
So, you know.
BM, I haven't listened to the Dead Milkman in like 35 years, maybe more, since I've listened to the Dead Milkman. Well, he
Never
pulled
heard
that
of
one out of a hat. He pulled that one right out of a hat, didn't he? Steph, you listen to the Dead Milkman?
No, not. We're about 40.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
So,
The Dead Milk Band is a band. It's a band from the 80s. That's they were
Brad,
around. They were around. Sorry.
Brad, are you getting any bad weather out where you're at? Brad's in Iowa too, JL.
What was your first concert, Dougie?
Yeah,
I think I
they're in
told
tornadoes.
people.
Yeah, I agree, Charles. Yeah, I'm just going through a few of them, and it's like, oh my gosh,
Did you ask me, Brian?
you're a funny fella, Billy.
What was your first band that you ever saw? Like your first concert?
I'll tell you. I told the story the other night. I'll tell it again. When I was
Oh,
like
really?
10 years old, yeah, my mother took me and my 3 siblings, all 4 of us, to see the Jackson 5.
The Jackson 5.
Yeah, in 1975.
Wow.
And it was the Jackson 5 plus a couple of their siblings. They were the younger brother and some other sisters, LaToya and whatnot, was probably there singing too.
What
You
town
know-
did you see them in?
Nanuet, New York. Not
New York.
not 5 miles from where I live, at a place called the Theater in the Round.
My nephew lives right near Manhattan.
I
My
live
nephew's in New York.
very near Manhattan. I could see Manhattan on a clear morning.
Just
Wow.
on a tangent.
My nephew and his wife are there.
Just on a tangent. This is great being, bipolar. Listening and trying to follow the chat at the same time. Let alone typing the chat.
It's rough. My first
You
time.
call
Yeah,
it
it's got my bipolar sorted.
bipolar. That's funny.
I'm going to try polar shortly and try and talk in the chat as well as talk on the live stream. Yeah,
Are you
I'll just start off with a good day.
I've been
Are
on
you
2 live
bipolar
streams
or
at the same
bipolar?
time.
Oh, I can't even do that.
I've been on 2 live streams at the same time using both devices.
Ooh, oops,
Let's see it.
oops.
Oh, Billy.
Oh no.
Hey, Time Lord, how you doing, dude?
Now, Brian,
Hey, Time Lord's in
Hi,
Yes, sir.
here.
Gio.
I'd like to answer your question more thoroughly.
Okay.
When I was 10, my mother took us to
mate.
see the Jackson 5. The first concert I went to without my mother was Kiss at Madison Square Garden. The Blue Oyster Cult opened. It was probably 1979 or 78. Probably 78. I don't
Pretty
remember.
popular band, Kiss.
Kiss was pretty popular in my neck of the woods.
Sad story about
So-
Kiss with me.
I think I
What
was
was your
13.
first concert?
I think I was 13 years old when I went to that one.
No, I was 1 year. I was 1 year too young to go to the concert. So basically, at Perth, when Kiss came through Perth in Jeepers, it would have been in the 80s. All I can remember is crying out of the back of the Peugeot car that I've just dropped my cousin Suzanne off, who happens to have the same birth date as me, and she's going to the Kiss concert, and I was a year too young, and it was like, oh gosh.
By law, how are you too young to go to a concert? I don't understand that.
Oh no, at that time it was R-rated.
R-rated? The
Yeah,
concert?
you had to be 18 or over to go. And it was
Yeah,
like,
I
no,
live in Australia.
yeah, it might have been
Didn't they
16
tell you
or
what you
something.
can and
like that.
can't go to?
Pardon?
In Australia, they decide for you what concerts you can go to or not. That's
Oh, well, this is what I'm saying. This is how much. This is what was happening back in the 80s, mate. You know, I refer to the amendments quite often. You know, I like the First Amendment. Well, we lost our Second Amendment many years ago.
yes, you did.
But the thing is that not like some service personnel, and I'm not being rude here. Yeah, I got a lifetime contract, you know, so I don't sign in for 2, 3, 4 years. It's deaf to a doing part. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean, let me respond.
Queen's Beast.
Let me respond to Wolfie. Levittown out on Long Island There's a couple of Levittowns, Wolfie. I think there's another one in New Jersey. I think there's a couple of Levittowns. I assume you mean Long Island, Wolfie. I assume. Yeah, so Australians can't own firearms.
Yeah, no. If you've got a farm or you've got a legitimate use to have a firearm, yes, you can have them. You know, and then the thing is that, well, if you want me
Well,
to
now
put
you
out
have to justify you have legitimate use. You see, to me, it seems like tremendous overreach. I don't know.
No, oh my gosh, you know, they tell you to hand your guns in. Well, you think all the criminals are going to hand their guns in? No.
No, when you
They're just reducing the
the
amount of
criminals are going
guns.
to keep the guns
in
anyway.
the
The criminals will always have
population.
guns.
But the thing is, it's a different country, different rules. You know, and I did refer, you know, American eyes, but yeah. As an American, try to drive to Alaska, right? And you'll have to go through the Canadian border, and they've got very similar rules to what we do. You know,
Canadians are a bit obstructive as well.
Yeah, we're the same. We've got too many fingers in the pie.
No, they tend to infringe on civil liberties for the sake of social welfare. I don't know.
Okay. BD, I did find that weird law for Australia that I was talking about, and I want you to confirm, is this true or what? Is it against the law for someone to change a light bulb in Victoria, Australia?
Yes, it is.
Oh, wow. And
why?
The reason for it, electricians are a closed trade, and that means you need to you need to do an apprentice and become an electrician. And all government buildings, no, you're not allowed to change a fluoro or a light bulb, or you got to report it to your manager and say, look, the fluoro above my head's flickering.
I get it.
And then they have to get a signed electrician to come in and change it. Yeah.
It seems like it's a union issue.
I don't know.
Well, same thing with us, Dougie. When I worked for the city, we weren't allowed to do a lot of electrical work because it took away the work.
Because it's municipal.
But what are you going to do if you live in a house and the light bulb blows out? Are you going to change it, or are you going to ring up someone? No,
you change it.
You change it, yeah. But you can't do any wiring or anything like that.
It takes away the work from the electricians. That's why.
Yeah, as long as it's just plug into the wall or plug into a socket, you can do it. But you're not allowed to move lights or do any electrical work. Technically that needs to be signed off by an electrician. Yeah.
Well, see, that's what I was wondering is, could you not change your own light bulb in your own house?
Not legally, but you do it anyway.
Yeah.
Well,
how would they find out anyway if you just changed the bulb in your house?
Yeah, that's what I wonder. Hey, Stephanie.
See, this is I'm wondering. Well, see, sometimes it's better to do something and not do it at all, because I live in some. I live in a bunch of flats, right? Now, the government at the moment has got this incentive to go green. So they're offering to exchange old heaters with new, like new heat sink, half the, but one that's going to cost me cheaper on electricity because it's, anyway. And so basically, but any modifications on a unit needs to be pre-authorized. It's going to be come 6 months, we're going to do a house review, and it's like, where did this brand new heater come from? And it's like, well, I just updated it. Sorry.
Well, see, that's like here. It's illegal. I mean, you can't rewire your house. You can't.
I can get it for free.
I can do the wiring in my house. I just need an electrician to sign it off.
Well,
I
that's sort of it. Yeah, that's sort of it. You can do. If you're rebuilding your own house, you can run the wiring, but yes, you'll need an electrician to go through it all and sign it off.
Yeah.
But the way way I read it, it was like, man, you mean to tell me I can't change my own light bulb in a lamp or something? Come on.
If you're in an office, working in an office, that would be true.
Yeah.
If you were working in an office downtown, Shandy, and the light bulb above your head or the light above your head went out, nah, you can't touch it.
Like if you have a lamp on your desk and
You might get away with that one, but anything in infrastructure, like overhead lighting or stuff like that, you can't just go, oh, I'll just move the panel out, take that fluorescent bulb out and stick a new one up because I can't be bothered waiting for maintenance to take 3 weeks to do it. Yeah.
well, I mean, that's understandable. Any kind of major
No,
wire.
you get sacked. You get sacked for that. Yeah, you'll get sacked for that. Maybe not now, but.
Well, Donald to the chat, Dutch, Patrick, Wolfie.
Dutch, Patrick, Donald.
If you want to come back up here, Donald, there's the link. That makes sense.
I'm gonna put a panel up tomorrow, the next day. My brother's in from Denver. He's gonna play guitar and sing for us.
Cool. Hey, Donald.
Hey,
Donald, you're
Donald.
echoing next day. My brother's in from Denver.
Donald, you're echoing. Hey,
Donald, great to see you, buddy.
Donald, you're echoing.
Thank you, Johnny.
How you doing? You all right? How you doing?
I finally get to talk to Donald.
Donald, you got
I believe
echoing.
it, and in fact, it makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
It'd be
someone's got something
the
on.
easiest way to do it. Because everyone's got light bulbs now.
Someone's going to turn
Somebody's
something
cracking,
down.
somebody's
Brian,
traveling roads there.
Donald, close your other tab out or something because you're echoing.
Yeah. Good to see you, Donald.
Close your other tab out or something because you're echoing.
What's that?
I'll give you a minute.
Second time you said that, Shandy.
Oh no, these are two snappers.
I don't think he hears me or something. I don't know.
He's going to play for us, but he's going to echo all over the place. Why don't you put it in the chat? Shandy, I can't type because I don't have my second device.
Right.
Donald, can you hear us?
Let's see how it goes.
No,
I can't hear you guys very well now.
Donald,
Yeah,
if you
there's
can
an
hear
echo.
me, Donald, if you can hear me, you're echoing. You need to close out your tab or something. I had to turn his microphone off.
You
Uh,
I
you
don't
gotta write it. I can't write in the chat. I don't have my second device, but someone could write it in the chat.
mine's all the way over there. I can't be bothered looking at it.
Mine's 2 floors down. I came up in the attic to smoke.
maybe-
Okay, BD, if I want to smoke in my house, there's only one place, and that's the attic. Ain't no place else in my house I can smoke. Otherwise, I have to go outside.
a chatter addict. Laugh, Woolly.
I can smoke weed on my balcony.
So he's still echoing. I don't know.
No, I'm not living
hear
in
me
prison,
anymore.
Billy. Well, I've got a nice little cell, put it that way, if I
How many
am.
people are talking at the same time there?
Hey, Donald, wait a minute, y'all wait. Wait.
Our street,
Wait. You need to wait.
the street, our street. No.
It's Donald. Every time he turns on the mic, it echoes.
Y'all wait.
Lined up perfectly. And you've got Australia.
Donald, can you hear me?
Yeah.
There's no museum. It's the government. It's like the White House.
Yeah, I can hear somebody.
That's from inside. That's from inside the White House. And here's a real old one blast from the past.
Wow.
I can hear
That sounds
BD.
like Australian broadcast to me. I don't know. What are we listening to?
That's parade ground
Donald,
training
go out.
for Anzac Day. And
Donald, go out and come back in because you're echoing.
See, this might show you where my history is.
How you doing, everybody?
We're doing good, Donald.
Donald, great to see you.
Hello, Damon.
Australians get
All right, I'm gonna have to. I guess.
It's the first time I get to talk back to Donald.
Well,
don't-
I think he's echoing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
echoing, and I don't want to kick him out, but I don't know
I
if he can
know.
hear what I'm saying either.
Sounds like
So-
he's
About the
watching
private
your
chat.
earlier streams, Shandy.
Let me go.
Shandy,
Hey, Don.
Donald actually messaged me on
Hey,
on
Damon.
his channel to tell me that you were live last night, but I just didn't make it. I fell asleep.
So what should I do? Should I kick him out or what? Because I can't let him echo.
I sent him a note in the private chat. Let's see if he gets it.
Does he know how to do that?
You know, I don't know, Shandy. I hope so.
Oh, there's
Yes.
Good thought, Doug.
I'm
Shandy,
hearing
write
about
a note, hold it up to the camera.
I ain't holding it up. Then I have to
Write
show
a
my
note
face.
and hold it up to the camera, she says.
You think? Oh, you think I'm that gullible? Come on.
No, you could put your finger over the camera and then put a note there.
Now
No.
you're echoing, JL.
I
No,
did
she
it
ain't.
last night with Terry. And he didn't even see it. It was
Howdy
really
to Dutch and
Hopefully I'm not
everybody on
echoing
Skype.
on my end. Oh, good.
I hear no echoing, so it's coming from Donald. Let me try it again.
And then I started getting a bit photogenic.
I guess I'm hearing.
He's trying to talk to you, but he's echoing.
That sounds like from another stream or something.
He's watching
Yeah,
the earlier
it's strange.
stuff today. He's watching the
Well, I
wrong
had-
Maybe Russia's infiltrated us.
I guess I'm going to have to kick him out. I don't want to kick him out, but
Open his mic up and let's see what he has to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll shut up and let him go.
So he was a little puppy and that's peculiar.
Donald, can you hear me?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I can, but I can't.
This is bringing back so many memories.
I can hear you, but I'm hearing about 20 other voices as well.
Have you got any other tabs open?
I can hear BD as well.
Brother. Well, you're close to brother.
The echo is coming from your end, Donald. You have to close all other tabs out. Donkey you have now? Yeah.
No, I don't have this one anymore.
That's from my last stream. What I'm hearing is from my last stream. So he's got another channel open.
He's probably still open on your last stream. You got to go behind the tab you're on and close the one behind it. Does that make any sense?
Well, can you hear me now?
I can
Yeah, I
hear
can
you.
hear you.
Nowadays, everything's saved on telephones, and telephones get dropped in water and lost. And
Donald, close everything out. Close all your tabs and everything out.
That's when he was about a week old.
Oh.
Time Lord is here.
Right, that's everything closed. Can you hear
Right,
me
now
now?
you're
That's much
fine.
better.
Ah,
Now
good.
it's better.
Now you're
Doug.
fine.
Doug, how you doing? How you doing, Shandy?
All right, Donald, how are you?
No bad. Yeah, I've just come back from Thurso, 21 miles away.
21 miles?
21 miles back. Yeah, yeah. I've had a night out. How you getting on?
Getting on good.
We're
Yeah.
doing great.
Hi, Donald.
I think I'm gonna do a live panel tomorrow afternoon. I think, Donald.
Right.
I hope you'll come. If I don't do it tomorrow, it'll be Monday. But I think it's gonna be tomorrow because I feel like it. I have a brother in town from Denver. He's here till Wednesday. He's gonna play the guitar and sing for us.
Right, brilliant.
He's got a regular gig in Denver. He's at the Mercury Cafe I think it's Saturday night. I don't know. They have a poetry slam at the Mercury,
Right.
and he's been there. That's been his regular gig for the last 10 years.
Wow.
Well, I invited Donald up, I think it was last night, to come maybe and play a song for us. Do you feel up to playing a song
Yeah.
for us, Donald?
Yeah, certainly. What would you like to hear?
Anything, whatever you would like to play.
Well, ask your audience what they would like to hear. If I know it, I'd be happy
All
to
right.
play it.
Donald,
I gotta
this is the
believe.
first time, Donald, that I'm able to talk back at you.
Oh, Brian. Oh, good to see you.
This is the
sweet.
only cartoonist Brian now finally talking to Donald for the first time.
Wow.
Awesome.
I
What a
gotta
pleasure
believe
to
the
meet.
Gal Pal would have a request. Is she still out in the crowd there?
I don't know.
Because she talks
Randy,
about
I
you
think
singing all the
Brad-
time, Donald.
I think
Well,
Brad
Jerome's
needs to come up.
saying some, yeah,
Right on the water.
Jerome is saying something about some Scottish songs. Brad, I can have up to 10.
Okay. How about a wee Jacques and Doris? You play some Scottish music?
Scottish. Let us give the peasant trials to the sacrifice of man. In the past and that quite darkly presence once again. The name of capital, establishment, improvers. It's a name, the hidden truth, the hidden lies that once nailed you to the pain. We did a dance called America. They danced around, waited at the turns for America. They danced the ladies round. Once in a lifetime, you live and love. Once in a lifetime, you die. Once in a moment, the sun goes down. Protect and survive. Protect and survive. By your bonny banks and by your broad breeze, where the sun shines bright on Oklahoma, where me and my true love will never meet again. On the bonny banks of Oklahoma.
Good one, man.
Looking tired, old man strolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be here. Looking tired, for I've been traveled. Much have I seen, darkness and mountains, valleys of green, vast painted deserts. The sun sets on fire as they carry me on to tired, old man strolling in from the sea. My desire is always to be my desire is always to be over again time. Worker trying to spread. Do I need your love, baby?
Cool, man.
Yes, you know it's true. Hope you need my love, baby. Yes, you know it's true. Hold me, love me, hold me, love me. I ain't got nothing but love, baby. 8 days a week, 8 days a week, 8 days a week. It's not enough to show what I care. I love you every day.
Girl.
One thing I can say, girl, I love you all the time. Hold me, love me, hold me, love me. Ain't got nothing but love. 8 days a week, 8 days a week, 8 days a week. I love
you.
8 days a week. So what I care, love you every day. We're so right. One thing that I can say, girl, do all the time. Hold me, love me, hold me, love me. I ain't got nothing but love, baby. 8 days a week, 8 days a week.
That was great. Thank you. Thank
Good,
you.
Donald.
Hey, Brad.
Brad, how are you? Gal Pal had a very witty comment, I thought.
What was that?
Hi,
She
Brad.
called it Corn Hub.
Well, this is the first I've known Brad for a couple years, and I'm actually getting to see and talk to him.
Hi, Brad.
Oh,
Hey,
shit.
baby.
Brad's been on my panel a couple of times now. I'm happy he's here now.
Yeah, I've missed it or come in right at the last, but I've never actually got to talk to him or anything. So this is
Yeah, I've
cool.
known you for what, 5 years anyway, Sandy.
Very close. I mean, you were one of the
Not-
first people I met.
Right? Go there at Molly Square.
Well, with Grumpy. Them were the good old days with Grumpy and Becky and everybody.
How's Grumpy doing?
He's doing okay. I hear from him every once in a while, but
Okay.
he's doing good.
Okay.
Is he in the Keys, Sandy?
Say what?
Is he in the Keys?
No, Grumpy
Grumpy.
lives, I think, in Alabama somewhere. What you're thinking about, Wayne? Wayne's the one that lives in Key West.
Yeah.
But no, Grumpy is a friend of ours. He's went from I think, like I said, I believe it was in Alabama, and
Yeah, I think he's in Birmingham up there somewhere in Alabama.
right,
I
and he went.
thought he did like a tour around Key West one time. He got his hair cut on
Am
or
I
got
in
makeup
twice
put on or
again?
something.
I don't think that was Grumpy. No, Grumpy's had fairly long hair. Grumpy used a couple years ago, up to a couple years ago, he used to go down visit in Key West. He'd vacation, him and his wife, and he would rent a bike and do bike riding tours all around Key West and all that.
Is he still in chat?
I saw something he did in Key West one time.
Is it somebody I might see in chat somewhere or no?
No, Grumpy don't hardly chat no more. We used to all chat in the Mallory Square until idiots took over. So and then that chat went down. That was part of the Zachary channel and all that. So, you know,
Yeah, I think they banned a lot of people in there.
you know,
At Mallory?
well, no, there's two Mallory chats. There's
Oh,
one,
yeah. Okay. I know there's two. There's the one that was modded, and there's the other one that we used to go to.
right. Well, he used to go to the one that was modded until they got power hungry. And
Hi,
then
Gal. How you doing?
then we went to the one that wasn't modded, and then so many trolls and crap ruined that one because Las Vegas, I think, shut down or whatever. And then they ended up shutting that camera off too. So you know, it's all there anyway.
Yeah.
Did you get an address on the front?
All right, let me read back in here and chat.
So how's your weather down there, Sandy?
Right now it's past couple 3 days it was like really warm. Right now it's roughly 63 degrees, and tomorrow we're expecting storms and rain and stuff.
Yeah, we got a bad storm this afternoon here, but it's gone now.
We've been expecting a little more rain here, but we didn't get any today.
Well, JL and I was talking about earlier too. We seen somewhere on the news that Iowa was getting some really bad storms and weather.
Yeah, they were getting tornadoes today.
Yeah, we are expecting
I'd rather take the rain than that snow.
Yeah.
90 kilometer winds tomorrow, Toronto area.
I got a lot
90
of-
kilometers, probably 55 mile an hour winds, 60 mile an hour winds.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, that's a North Highland breeze, eh?
That's a wee zephyr in North Scotland, huh?
Yeah, that's a that's a Highland breeze.
Yeah.
That's
Highland
t-shirt
breeze,
weather.
60 mile an hour wind. a Highland breeze.
We wear t-shirts in those conditions, eh? No, that's not a strong wind in comparison to what we get here. Wind.
Well, tomorrow we're supposed to be getting some rain, and I think it's impossible.
Do you know how I've got so much here, right? Because with the Caithness rain, right? But
well, we're supposed to get
low
rain.
maintenance. All I need to do is jump in the shower and walk out in the rain, and it goes really bushy with the wind that's here, right?
You're lucky, man. I got no hair at all.
I got a haircut a couple of days ago, and
Where's everybody's faces?
enough of. I probably got enough cut off
Right
to
here.
make a window, okay?
There you are, Joker lady.
I got my bandana.
Sandy?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm trying to read chat too. I was trying to catch up with chat. Okay, well,
Sandy ain't gonna do it.
And I guess BD left the panel and went back in the chat, huh? Brown dog?
he said his phone crashed or something.
Oh.
Where's your face at, Sandy?
I did it earlier. I'm not doing it again.
Oh, come on.
Can you not see me? I'm sitting on that big boat over there. Can you not see my face? I'm sitting over there. I'm waving at you. Hello.
She's watching the sunset.
Okay.
I'm eating green eggs and ham in my picture.
Okay.
It looks like it. Are you in a boat?
Brian?
In a boat on a goat.
With a goat in a boat, right?
Yeah.
Eating green eggs and ham, I am.
I eat my green eggs and ham, Sam I am.
Let's see. Hey, Sean. Welcome back. Now, Brett,
Sean.
I can have up to 10 people up here now.
Okay, good.
At least for the next couple weeks anyway. I haven't decided whether I'm going to re-up on this yet or not, but
Shandy, the other day I had 10 people on my panel.
I've seen that.
Briefly, not for long, but there were 10 of them up there
I think
for a few minutes.
most
You're getting
I've
pretty
had
popular,
here
ain't you?
7.
Donald, is that a roll your own tobacco? Like is there a filter on it?
Sorry, what's that?
Your cigarettes, Donald. Are you at Rollies?
Yeah,
Is
yeah.
it Rolly or
Yeah,
you got a
he's got
filter on that
Rollies.
baby?
Right,
So-
hold on a
So,
second.
Brad, it's a two-edged sword, as you know, right? The more people like you, the more people don't like you.
Yeah, I don't worry
Right?
about
That's really what it is. So I'm not trying to be popular. I'm just trying to be social and have a place where people can talk about things that aren't like full of trolls. You know what I mean?
That's good, Doug. I like your channel.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you, man. I
Dougie,
appreciate
your
it.
channel is
I try to catch you once in a while, but sometimes I can't catch you.
Okay, I know you've been on my panel. I appreciate that.
Dougie,
Dougie.
what time are you live tomorrow night?
I haven't decided yet, but it's probably going to be late afternoon or early evening. I'll probably go live. Maybe like
Okay.
4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. I often find that I go live sometimes. I'm thinking, well, this should be a little while, and I'm on for like 4 or 5 hours. So
I gotta try and catch you, buddy.
I mean, time can fly. You know, if you don't watch, you'd be surprised how quick it can go.
oh, the time
Yeah.
flies by when I'm on, when I run my own panel. I don't know where the time goes. Yeah.
I mean, like now, I've been on
That's
almost
good.
an hour.
Guys, I'm going
Doesn't
live
seem
at
like it.
7, I'm
Donald,
going li-
Go
I'm
ahead,
going
Donald.
live at 7 p.m. GMT tomorrow night.
so that's
Right
2
now-
o'clock New York time.
Right now it's 2:52 a.m. here.
Yeah, you're
So-
5 hours. You're 5 hours ahead of us. So 7
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah.
7 p.m. Greenwich time.
Yeah,
It's 2 p.m. New York time.
And
So
so,
you'll be live before me. Probably when you're done, I'll go on. Probably.
right. Yeah. Well,
Okay.
I'll come and join. I'll come and join you then and do a
That'd be
channel.
great.
Your channel, Dougie. I love your channel. Okay.
Well,
The
thank you.
people that come to your channel and the people that come in the chat and that they're awesome people.
There are some awesome people.
Yeah.
There are some
All
real
you guys
jerks.
here
There
are
are some
awesome.
real jerks also, but there's some awesome people.
hey, JL, you're awful quiet over there.
I didn't sleep last night. I had ghosts around me all night last night.
Yeah.
Goat?
You okay there, JL?
Ghosts. GHOST.
Oh,
Ghosts.
ghosts.
Yeah, thanks to Z-Man.
Yeah, Z-Man didn't help matters any. Tell him
Listen,
to
you
leave
can
us
go to
free.
Shancamp's channel. She'll tell you what the ghosts want.
I don't.
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. You want to go to Shancamp's channel, you can talk to spirits.
I was
Yeah,
on Shandy's
sure.
channel last night, and Z-Man asked me if I wanted to watch the movie The Shining, and I wasn't even thinking about that until he said it.
Did you watch The Shining last night?
No, he was messing with her because she said she
Dude,
would
that
hear voices.
movie freaked me out, man, the first time I watched it. I was young, though.
I was in a house like the Shining house, a 2-story wooden house that I'd never been in before, and I was hearing noises, and then he asked me if I've ever watched The Shining. And then he,
Yeah,
then he told me
that would be
to open the
11
closet
a.m.
doors.
California time. That would
I
be
like
11.
a good Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Yeah, I can't watch that kind of thing anymore. I'd have bad dreams about it.
Just pull a blanket over your head. You'll be all right.
That's what I
Yeah.
did. I put a blanket over my head and got my pistol out, so I was okay.
Yeah, the gun under the pillow.
I didn't need to be thinking about The Shining.
Okay,
Thanks, Z. I know you're probably listening.
Wolfie's asking to confirm Donald's time tomorrow.
I think if a ghost came in my house, I go.
I'll confirm his time, Wolfie.
If a ghost came in my house, I'd speak to them in a wild Scottish accent and go.
There you go.
I'm
If a ghost came to my house, I would scare the ghost.
Okay, Wolfie wants me to confirm Donald's time tomorrow.
2 p.m. Eastern.
America, that would be 2 o'clock Eastern time. That would be 1 o'clock Central time, and that would be 11 o'clock Pacific time, California time.
For who?
So that would be the time for Donald's his live stream tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, Thank you, Shandy.
I'm very happy that I
Good to see
found
you.
Donald live stream about a week and a half ago, and I was shocked to learn he'd been doing it weekly for a year, and I haven't been there watching. So
Yes, Dougie, I saw you, Dougie, on Donald's site that I think it was last week.
that's about the time I found it. Yeah.
Yeah. I was shocked to see you.
You were shocked to see me. I was shocked to be there. I told you I had no idea Donald had been live streaming weekly for a year.
That you were there, like I am so honored. Dougie, see your channel and the people in your chat and everything like that. They're awesome people. I'd love someday. I'd love to meet all the people.
I'd like to meet them too. I've met several chatters. I'd like to meet more.
Okay.
One day I'll show up and knock on Brad's door. Knock, knock, knock.
Donald, you're a pretty awesome guy yourself, buddy.
You too. Someday I will send an airplane to come and get you and bring you over here, Brian. I'd love to meet you. Okay.
Same here, buddy. Same here.
Yeah. Totally. I don't know if you guys have seen Brian's artwork, but
I haven't seen it.
It's awesome. Look at.
I have to just say one thing. You make me a little uncomfortable with all the praise, Donald. It's not me. It's the people in the chat that make the chat good.
Exactly.
It's not me. It's the people that are there.
I know. That's the same with me. With due respect, that's the same with me. I'm really lucky for the supporters and you people that come to my shows. I'm about to hit 27,000 views.
That's a bunch.
Yeah, and because I'm not advertised on Facebook or anything like that, my first 100 subscribers, I've stood next to, had a drink with, and sang directly to. But I've got 200 and odd subscribers. I've got 12 subscribers. Since I went to your channel, Dougie, I've got 12 subscribers since that first visit to your channel. And
good.
I love your channel. I love the people that are on.
I hope everybody who comes to my channel goes to yours too. That's what I hope. I encourage them to.
And on Sunday night, I'm going to actually invite my audience who are from all over. I'm going to invite them to your channel and post a link.
Don't forget Shandy's channel.
Sorry?
Don't forget Shandy.
Yeah. But that's coming next because Shandy's channel as well. Last night, I watched Shandy's channel. I was more focused on the video footage than the chat. I was catching in now and again, but the video footage, Shandy, your channel is awesome.
Thank you.
Fantastic.
The video footage, the scenery, the beauty, the things that people don't see that are in this world, with all the landscapes and everything that you saw. I was sitting here stunned for like 2 hours just watching footage, and I just thought, right, I better have a look. I was like putting one eye on the chat and the other on the video because it was awesome. Honestly, yeah.
Shandy's been putting up Roy's videos lately.
Yeah, Roy gave me permission to that I can use anything he does. I edit them because I don't do the whole thing. I take mostly the video parts that are of real interest, and he said I could stream them. But I do if you notice in the bottom left-hand corner, there's always attribution to him. In my description, there's attribution to everywhere I get my videos. Everything I get, I have with permission. There either is from on the internet, copyright-free videos, or on YouTube, they're copyright-free videos, or there are people that are friends of mine that allow me to use their pictures or videos. So everything I do is legit. I have permission to do every video that you see.
Brilliant, yeah. I've been so lucky. When I first started my YouTube channel, I did a couple of cover songs, and I got a message from the copyright people about the songs that I actually did, and it said that they're quite that the clients are quite happy to leave the stuff on there if I allow them to put an advert on the channel. Well, everybody's got an advert on their channel these days. You know, every channel I've ever clicked on. So I says yes, an agreement, and I've never had a copyright strike yet. I've got away from it all. My show is based on requests for what people that are there. I used to be called the Human Jukebox.
The Human Ziploc?
The Human Jukebox.
Jukebox.
Yeah, because back in 1996, when I went to college, that's what they actually called me, because I had a repertoire back then of over 850 songs, which they found out through the year. But I've done it since I was a kid, and I was just always listening to songs, mainly the number ones, you know, but I like the big spectrum of music, and
Well, I love your music.
done that all the way through my life, but I love doing requests for people, you know, and
you had a repertoire of 150 songs, you said?
Wow.
Back in 1996, 850.
850 songs, you said. Yeah, that's a big repertoire.
Yeah,
about how many-
that was back in 1996.
Wow.
And I've learned so many in between, but my memory failing when we're getting older. But if someone actually asks me for a song, what I usually do in my show, as you'll probably see, if I don't know that song, I'll write it down, I'll go and have a listen to it, even if I can't remember it, and I'll refresh it. Music for me, I've done since I was since birth. Apparently, my late mother said that I was dancing when I was in the womb, but I love playing, to sing a song for someone, to cheer them up and what have you. Since a kid, the feeling that I actually give someone when they actually tell you that a song cheered them up, what you ask them, you know, there's none could compare. Okay,
It's amazing how a song can cheer you up. It's just beautiful.
Totally, yeah. Power of music, power of music for a measure of time as well, because I'm sure you've all experienced when you might actually listen to a song and go back to the very year and sometimes the day from hearing that
Like
song.
Some songs, yes, absolutely, on some songs, but
some songs can bring tears to my eyes. You know, it's just it can give me memories, you know, from years ago. And I don't mean tears in a bad way. I mean in a happy way.
Oh yeah, totally, yeah.
Well, I think
Brian, that's the first time I've heard your voice, eh?
Yes,
but but you do sound exactly what I expect you to sound like. So it must be some kind of telepathy or something magical going on there.
Oh, bye, Brad.
We lost Brad.
Sorry, I missed the last part. We lost Brad.
He must have had something to do.
I think somebody said once. Oh, he's back. He pressed. Are you pressing shiny buttons, Brad?
Yes, I'm retarded.
I think music's kind of like, I believe I've heard this before, the universal language. Music
Yes.
can bring everyone together, even though they may not speak
Shandy.
language.
Well, some songs I identify with because of the lyrics, but other songs I identify with because of the music.
Right.
So some songs might have silly lyrics but good music, and I like them anyway, you know.
Jerome, you are right. I used to take care of a lady for 6.5 years that had dementia. And, you know, she made me not remember my name or remember every other people's names. But it's so funny. if she heard a song that she knew, you know, she could sing every word to that song, but she may not remember nothing else. But she could remember the words to a song, and it was really, truly amazing.
Well, that's
You
great.
know, you know what that reminds me of, Shandy? The story of Glenn Campbell. What
Yes.
a career he had, and he lost his memory in the end.
He
Right.
did. Right? He lost his memory, right?
Yeah, and they did a little documentary on him, and it really touched my heart. That's what I can say.
Because he could remember songs that I remember seeing something about that. He could remember his
Yeah.
songs fairly
He
well,
could,
even though he may not
yes,
remember nothing else.
he could still remember the chords and everything to like some of his most amazing music, and he could still play it. But yes, he didn't know who his daughter was sometimes.
Right.
But he have Alzheimer's or?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Brad,
he gets dementia, right? Is it
he had
Alzheimer's?
dementia, Brad.
Yeah, that's sad.
Very
Dementia,
sad.
dementia is the overall disease. It's like the top of the umbrella. Then you have Alzheimer's, Parkinson's. There's other lot of little symptoms that go with, you know, dementia. But the most common part of dementia is Alzheimer's, which is the forgetting and all that. I always thought they were the same thing, which basically kind of, yeah, but like I said, dementia is the top of the umbrella, and there's all kinds of symptoms that go into dementia that makes up the overall disease, if that makes
Okay.
any sense.
Shandy,
Makes
that
sense.
is so. Shandy, that is so true. What you're saying. I have worked a lot. I saw a lot of people that were really clever teachers and everything like that. Dementia set in. I've got a lot of experience. We actually working around that, from seeing them in their normal lives to that actually happening. It's a wow. It's a
Yeah.
what you're saying, you know, how it can actually happen to someone as well, and just suddenly, but it's very confusing for people around them because
Well, you know what, Donald?
you don't know at first that they've got dementia. Like, you know, I sometimes wonder if I've got dementia because there's some things I can remember, but that's probably because
Donald, you're a musician, right?
Well, I mean,
Donald,
there's normal memory loss that people have. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, Lord knows I have it bad, but there's certain signs I can't really tell you right now to actually look for to be aware of being dementia. So, you know, but everybody has a certain amount of normal memory loss.
Yeah. Well, certainly me and my age anyway, because I've fully lived the years of rock and roll.
I grew up in the 70s. I got lots of memory loss.
I lived it so much that my lungs are done with because of all the smoky pubs. Like, but no, seriously, I do have memory loss as well. Well, like I can remember all the words of songs, but I can't remember.
Yo. What's shaking?
Sorry, dude.
What's
What
my
was
guys
that?
and girls doing?
This is Z. Yeah.
What's up, brothers and sisters of the world?
Hearing multiple voices here.
How are we doing, Z?
Would you like me to talk like a robot too?
Yeah, go ahead, do it.
I am.
Is that Shandy's husband?
This is Z, man.
I am not a real human being. I don't even have to think while I play guitar.
I'm sitting in the dark with my blue lights surrounding me. All kind of creatures on the TV coming at me.
No. I'm in the bedroom and he's in the front room because he likes to watch TV, and I don't want to get in trouble with the TV in the background. So I come in here and stream, and he just comes and say hello.
Is false. TV is
That was
false.
funny.
It's a director that tells someone to say this, say that. It's not what really happens.
Hey, Mark Roman. Good to see you. I've never seen you here before.
Oh, Mark Roman's come here several times. He's one of my semi-regulars that come in. Yeah, well, that's what I've heard too. If you lose your keys, one thing. If you get what it's used for, that's the problem.
You know, one summer I stayed with a friend in Brazil, and his grandmother lived in the house with him, and she was full on senile. Didn't remember her own kids, let alone other people.
Wow.
And it was at some point shortly after Diana and Charles got married. So it might have been 1981. And this woman spent all day, every day, obsessing about not missing the wedding on TV. The wedding, of course, had happened several weeks prior, right? The wedding was already done. And all this woman all day was worried about was this royal wedding. And I was in the house maybe for 2 weeks that summer. And she had no idea who anybody was. And she just walked around. It was kind of sad.
It's really.
I'm not sure she actually knew where she was, like in her son's house. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Stephanie?
Yeah.
Oh, you good?
It's really a horrible disease because when I first started taking care of this lady, she was mobile and she could get around. We really had to watch her real close because she would sneak out the door and go down, just start walking down the road or something, and she wouldn't know where she's going. Her mother used to live like the next block down, so she kind of remembered that in a way, and she would always. I caught her one time trying to go out the back door, and I said, "Mom, where are you going?" She wasn't my mother; she was a relationships mom. And I said, "Mom, where are you going?" "I'm gonna go down here to Mama's." I said, "Grandma don't live down there no more." "Yes, she does." So we had to watch her really close because she would take off in a heartbeat.
Yeah, start walking down the road and forget. That was the danger. When I was at my friend's house, they would lose track of where she was. She would leave the house, and then that would have been a huge problem.
Shandy, but although their memory has actually gone, they could actually leave where they are and go to the exact address and knock on the door. It's
there's
quite amazing. I've seen a lot of that, and even going back 40 years beforehand, but when someone meets someone on the street, they'll say hello. They might actually recognize the person and say hello, have a blather with them, and appear to be really lucid, and then walk away. I've seen all scenarios. It's fascinating, but could happen to anyone. And the problem is, those that have it don't know that they have it. So it's not really a bother to them, apparently.
Right. Well, I said took care of her when she was still mobile, being able to walk and everything to the very end. I was there when she passed away. I was right there beside her bed. Wow. I seen her go from. She was a spry she was a little old lady, but she could get around good. And I went seen her go from walking to nothing. And it's really, it's a horrible disease, and it's hard on the family. It takes not to pat myself on the back or sound conceited, but to anyone that's ever had to take care of somebody with dementia, I praise them, because that is truly a hard thing to do, to care for.
Yeah, totally. And it's so hard because it's someone you know and love and known all your life, and they don't know who you are.
Right.
Yeah. I've seen it, and it's on both people, because they're affected by you trying to tell them who you are because they don't know who you are, and
Right.
it causes them confusion. It's
Very sad.
wow, it's an awesome, massive subject, but could happen to any one of us.
Right.
Any time, all it may be is roll over. It can be something as simple as roll over in your bed at night and
so that I can
tap a certain part of your head with a wall, and that's it. Apparently, you know, which
Right.
I've heard people say, and people that have landed up with dementia, but before they got really bad, said it was just simple things like that happened. You know, it's
Right. Okay, let's get on a little happier note. Okay.
Oh yeah, totally. Like totally.
All right.
But
Well, please come back.
I am so glad that we had this conversation tonight, because I've got a problem with a friend just now, and we listened to what you said tonight, Shandy. I am so grateful for what I've heard, because when she comes back, she's often to Edinburgh just now. When she comes back, I think I know how to help her, but I need to get someone in place,
Right.
as well to help her. But that conversation and the information that you've conveyed to me tonight, thank you so much, Shandy, because
You're very welcome.
that's life changing. What I've heard here tonight.
Well, play us another song.
I believe in God.
That's a
Right?
good idea.
I'm not religious, right? But I'm also a free spirit, and I believe people are believe to me that pass through your lives and that, and the information that I got from you tonight. Thank you so much, Shandy.
You're very welcome.
From all these, that's going to be really useful to me tomorrow night, because I'm starting to sober up a wee bit, because when I first came home from Legion and Thurso, which is 21 miles away and 21 miles back, I escaped there to another town on a Saturday night to have a wee while out, you know, and meet some new people, you know, just to get everybody knows me here. Like, they've been listening to me for 40 years, and like 43 years, and they're sick of me now. So when I go to another town, it's a good crack. But to come back tonight, but I am so grateful I came on to this
I'm
channel
glad you
tonight,
did
because
too.
I've learned such a lot. Like,
I'm glad you did too. Okay, play us another song.
yeah, in a wee minute. What would you like me to play?
I don't know what your repertoire is.
Play another Beatles song.
Yeah, play another Beatles
Sure.
song.
So,
You know-
Dougie, I go back about a year with Donald. We met probably about a year ago.
Oh no, it's about 2 years, because it's only a year since I did. It's about 2 years, Brian, because it's only a year, because
Really?
Brian was one of the
Oh,
people
yeah.
that encouraged me to like say do something live. Martinez Brian, I am so grateful, and it's
You're
an
right,
honor
man.
to be here and hear your voice. Your voice sounds like what I imagine it to be, because when you talk to people in chats and that, you can't, you know, you don't know what they look like. You put a picture and whatnot, but your voice sounds like I imagine your voice to be a way you type and that. But encouragement that you've actually given me, as well as CT and all the people that we know from a skate site.
Yeah.
Because
Dougie,
I was I've been singing and everything all my life, but I was a quiet, shy person, and was quite happy just to do it in my room with no one else ever hearing it or anything like that. Like, and Brian, all your friends and everything like that. Like, thank you so much. You've given me encouragement to do what I'm doing now. Like,
Well, we have a request for "Here Comes the Sun."
well, that's a great one.
Here comes the sun. Da, da, da. Here comes the sun. It's all right. I need to learn that one.
No.
Yeah.
So well, like that. I'll write that down tonight. But keep finding other songs because you're bound to come up with one that I'll be able
What
to
you
do.
what you
Okay,
eating, Doug?
you know what he does really good,
Ice
Shank?
cream.
Buddy Holly.
Yeah, buddy. Holly's good too.
Yeah, Buddy Holly.
A little ice cream.
I want to
I
buy.
love
Shandy.
ice cream.
Shandy, tell me
Yeah.
your 10 favorite songs.
Oh God. Well, I mean, I like
can tell
Leonard.
us.
I like Leonard Skinner, The Breeze. I like The Eagles' "Love Will Keep Us Alive." That's my all-time favorite. I'd have to think on some of the others, but those two are my favorite. Oh
Right.
yeah, Copperhead Road is a good one by
Okay.
Skip Earl.
If I may,
Right, keep
Yeah.
going.
Donald, do you play any David Bowie?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Shandy, what David Bowie do you like?
I can't even.
Dougie's making me hungry, man.
Yeah, I know. I can't think because I'm.
I'm looking at that ice cream.
I'm very fortunate that Stephanie got this for me. She could have
Shandy.
made it go. I had to get up and get it myself.
So what
Shandy.
flavor is that?
I have vanilla and chocolate Haagen-Dazs. I put them both in the same bowl.
Oh,
Well,
Honda does.
I
Great
buy
ice
vanilla
cream.
and I buy chocolate, and I put them both together when I.
Cool.
well, I like one, but it would have to be probably played by the electric guitar. thing.
Okay, Donald, how about Starman? You play Starman?
Let's Dance is good by David Bowie.
I've not played. Sorry?
And I think it's called Let's Dance. Isn't
Right.
that, or it has that in the lyrics?
That's the name of the song. That sounds good. Hey now.
Didn't know what day it was, the lights were low. Oh, oh, I leaned back on my radio. Oh, oh, some candles
DJ.
rock, slowly said. And the last sound it seemed to fade.
Hey, came back like a slow voice.
Parade. Hey, hey. That was
I think we're singing different lyrics. man.
Is it cosmic jive? There's a star man waiting in the sky. He'd like to come and beat us, but he thinks he'll blow our minds. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's not worthwhile. So let the children use it. Let the children use it. Let the children use it. Na 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 na. La 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 la. I had to pick someone, so I picked on you. So let's find out. So you heard him too. Pick up the wheel. Pick them up on channel 2. Switch on your TV and you see his light. If you can sparkle, you can learn to fly. Don't tell your papa, 'cause he'll get us locked up with time. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's not worthwhile. There's a star man waiting in the sky. He's told us not to blow it, 'cause he knows it's not worthwhile. So let the children lose it. Let the children lose it. Let the children lose it.
Awesome. Hey,
Great job,
Roy.
man.
Cheers. Sorry.
Hey, Roy, how you doing? Good evening. Good to see you, Roy.
Sorry for that. I fell my guitar's out of tune and my tuner's through this. Like,
It's okay.
All right,
No worries.
and,
fine.
hey,
Dude, you pulled it off. No worries at all.
oh, cheers.
You did very
After seeing
good.
Doug with that ice cream, I got myself a fudgicle.
A fudgicle.
I don't even have ice cream. What
They are
can I
good.
get? You did very good, Donald.
Do you want to hear another baby?
Sure.
I'm up for it.
And I write, and I felt like an actor, and I thought of more, and I wanted to get back to your place, your race, the way that you talk. I'll kiss you, you're beautiful, I want you to walk. We got 5 years, that's all we got. 5 years. That ain't a lot.
Great.
5 years, my brain hurts a lot. 5 years, that's all we got. We got 5 years.
Very good. Thank you.
I just went back in my brain from a way back in the day, like oh, thank you for even suggesting that, Dougie. I need to get it back in my repertoire, eh?
Oh yeah, no, you've got to pull out Ziggy Stardust, right?
I'll try it.
No, no, you don't have to play. I'm saying both of those songs are on the album.
Ziggy played guitar, jamming good, weird and gilly, like the spiders from Mars. He played a left hand, while he played into the far. Became so loaded, man, that we were Ziggy's fan. Ziggy really sang, screwed the bass, screwed down hairdo, like some cat from Japan. He could lick him by smiling, he could leave them to hang. Became so loaded, man, and we were his fan. So where were the spiders? Where the fly tried to break our bones, just to be like the guiders. Well, we bits about his hands, and should we cross his sweet hand? Oh yeah. Ziggy sang the time, jiving us like we were voodoo, like some cat from Japan. He could lick them by smiling, he could leave them too high. Became so loaded, man, when we were his fan.
like a leper Messiah. And we kids Kyle Kamala try to break up the band. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ziggy played guitar.
Hey, that was really good.
Yours or something there. Oh, cheers, Dougie. Thank you so much. You've been a good
That was
influence.
good, man.
Oh, well,
Back-
thank you.
My sounds.
I didn't do
Yeah.
nothing. I just asked you.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
I might be getting close here. These people stay up for hours.
Dougie, my
And
first
closer
concert.
to the
Supertramp.
golden dawn.
There you go.
Nice and proud this uniform of imagery.
It's hunky dory.
Living in a silent film, portraying in their sacred realm of dream reality. And frightened by the total goal, drawing through the ragged wall, and I ain't got the power anymore. Oh, I ain't got the power anymore.
Don't believe in yourself.
Don't
Don't deceive with belief.
That was
Well,
awesome.
it's
Thank
not
you.
Comes on press release. Is that Quicksand? The name of that song is Quicksand, right?
Oh, baby.
The name of that song is Quicksand, right?
Sorry?
I'm sinking in the quicksand. Is that the name of the song is Quicksand?
That's right. Yeah.
It's on Hunky Dory.
Yeah,
The
totally.
1971 release, Hunky Dory.
Yeah, I loved David Bowie when I was young.
Oh, absolutely. We all did, I think. I have all the way up until
over here. There was
Game
only
On.
a select few.
Huh?
Over here, there's only a select few. All the lasses love David Bowie because at hen parties and everything like that, when someone asked me to do David Bowie, I used to be able to do a lot of their songs, like but all my life at hen parties and stuff like that. The lasses like David Bowie, but guys didn't but I like David Bowie.
You're saying the lassies, you mean the women liked him.
Yeah.
The women. Yeah. Okay.
There's women all ages still do, but David Bowie. David Bowie was a genius.
He was fantastic. Of course,
Yeah.
his first band was called Davy Jones and the Lower Third. But then he changed his name to David Bowie because he didn't want to get confused with Davy Jones of the Monkees.
All right. Yeah.
Right? So he changed his name to Bowie. His name is Davy Jones.
All right. Right.
His first band was called the Lower Third. And then he put out that first album with that song Janine on it. Right? What was that called?
Can you tell me what the name of that song is if you're a dedicated Bowie fan? Ring the bell for 5 o'clock. Uncle closes shop. Screws the tops on all the bottles. Locks it up. Then climbs upon his bike and he's away.
Yeah.
You know that one?
Is that on that album? I don't know if I recognize that.
Yeah, it's on an album called The World of David Bowie, which was his first one. Do you know Rubber Band?
Yeah,
There's a rubber band that plays tunes that.
yeah. No, I know the song. I don't know the name of the song off the top of my head.
Right.
I recognize the song.
Yeah, that one was called Uncle Arthur. It's on an album called The World of David Bowie, and I'd had all the main albums of David Bowie on tape and vinyl, but I came across this one in a charity shop, The World of David Bowie, and it's got.
If you want to know,
Am I laughing? No, man, you can't get.
Never, left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Concert I was at where the women actually swooned was Rod Stewart.
There
The
was.
women swooned, huh?
There was
Rod
too
Stewart.
much on Rod Stewart.
Especially when he played Maggie May.
Well, now that was the best song he did have, but
No, I'm telling you, I have never seen
Wake
so many
up.
women at a concert.
Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you.
Exactly.
It's late
Great tune.
September and I really should be back at school. Rod Stewart was pretty good. Rod Stewart's my favorite Rod Stewart song is probably "I Am Sailing." Okay.
He's really changed his style, though. He's got a lot of music now.
I think you want to go back to
Rod
the
Stewart
basics,
is
right?
an awesome. Rod
Yes.
Stewart is an awesome musician.
Awesome artist. Really is awesome.
Oh yeah, totally. It's awesome. Look,
He can do old rock and he can do music for us older people. He can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, totally. Rod Stewart is awesome.
Very versatile.
Yeah.
let me say-
Anything, any style. Look,
let me
his
say,
voice.
hold on a minute. Let me say goodnight to JL. JL, good night, hon. Thank you for coming up. Thank you for being one of my closest friends. I love you. Sweet dreams.
Joker's lady, sleep well.
Joker's lady, have a great night. Great to see you.
Yes, he did. Minty, that's correct. David Bowie wrote that one. He also wrote All the Young Dudes for Ian Hunter.
I'm not too well knowledgeable in music. I just know what songs I like. History-wise, I don't really know nothing about. I just know what I like to listen to.
First concert I ever saw was Supertramp, Prime of the Century.
I would love to have gone to see Supertramp. I never got the opportunity, but I would have
It
loved it.
was really.
By the time I was 12 years old, I was listening to Supertramp. Crime of the Century was a great album. So was that other one that came out right before it.
Yeah.
Crisis.
That was my very.
Crisis.
What was their best known sort of songs?
Supertramp?
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, the one that everyone plays is "Give a Little Bit of Your Love to Me." That's the one Supertramp song that everybody plays. Yeah.
Give a little bit of your love to
That's
me.
Supertramp. Yeah.
Is that Supertramp?
That's Supertramp, Donald.
Sorry, that's my memory filling me like right.
And what else? They had a lot of good tunes.
Gal Pal, you saw Supertramp? Holy shit. Read the chat.
I got to read the chat.
Gal Pal says she saw them. I would have loved to have seen them.
I've only been to 2 concerts in my whole life. My first one was Van Halen, and my second was the Allman Brothers.
Allman Brothers?
Oh, no, 3. I take it back, 3. My third one was ZZ Top because I won tickets off a radio station to go see him.
Does it sound funny if I tell you I've seen the Grateful Dead over 80 times?
No, because if you're a big fan, that's what they do. Fans do.
Wow.
But that was over the course of 12 years, 80 times. I first went in 83, and then, of course, Jerry died in 95. I haven't been to any of those shows since. They have all, like, these other bands. I don't go to Phil and Friends and all that stuff. When Jerry died, I stopped going. So in 12 years, I went to about 86 shows by my count. And I think I hit 17 different states.
It's one thing, like when I worked at the theater, that I got to be part of the performances. So it's really different seeing a show and then seeing behind the scenes what goes on and the rigging and everything that has to go on for big shows and how they get the equipment there and everything. And I had the opportunity to meet a lot of the techs that work there, and even met a technician that worked with the Rolling Stones. It was, you know, but when you're sitting there as a spectator watching a show, it's totally different.
Too many concerts to remember. Gal Pal says she's been to so many concerts, she can't remember all the concerts she's been to. I don't find that hard to believe.
I do. I mean, I've loved going to concerts.
Well, I've been to like concerts and also shows at bars. I've been to so many shows. I've seen so many bands in places that I couldn't. But concerts, you ought to remember because there's got to be thousands of people there, right?
Dougie, I go back to the days. Dougie, I go back to the days when concerts were the beach balls were flying around, and the doobies were going like around everywhere.
I saw David Bowie 3 times.
Pardon?
I saw David Bowie 3 times in the 80s.
Wow.
In the 80s.
I never got a chance.
I saw
to
the
meet
Who
him.
twice. I saw the Who twice.
I saw the Who. I saw the Talking Heads.
I don't know if you've ever heard of the band Yes.
Yeah, I saw Yes twice as well.
Me too. I saw Heart.
Brian, I was into Yes by the time I was 13 years old. I was listening to Yes.
I loved Roundabout.
Roundabout was the good album, of course, but there were other ones. One of my favorites was Tales from Topographic Oceans, but the early one, the Yes album, is just fantastic. It's like an amazing piece of work. Yeah.
Of course, I've seen the Canadian artists, the Guess Who, with Randy Boston.
Never seen Rush.
Seen Rush several times.
Yeah, I know I haven't.
Because I mean, I'm from Toronto, right?
Huh?
Because I mean, I'm from Toronto, and Rush is from Toronto.
Brian, are you in Toronto?
I'm a minute away.
A minute away.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, when I grew up in Toronto, the Yorkville scene was really something because there's a street called Yorkville where a lot of the old entertainers went. And believe it or not, Donald, you might find this interesting. Neil Young himself, when I was a kid, used to strum his guitar on the corner of Yorkville, and I used to see him. And same with Joni Mitchell. She was around a lot too. So I grew up with that. It was really amazing. I actually saw Neil Young.
Yeah. Well, Neil Young and Gordon Lightfoot are from a
Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah, well, they play. Yeah.
Are they from the same area? Because we had relatives over here when my late mother was alive.
Actually, Donald, true story. Gordon Lightfoot right now lives maybe 20-minute drive from me.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
Gordon Lightfoot's very, very close.
Yeah.
He lives in a very, very ritzy area where there's like the houses are like millions of dollars, and you could probably fit 20 cars on his driveway. It's called the Bridle Path.
Right.
And that's where Gordon Lightfoot lives. And it's by car, I'm saying, not by, walking. By car, it's maybe 20-minute drive from me where I am now living.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had actual relatives that are in Canada came over here when my mother was alive. I think it was about,
I've lived a sheltered life. I haven't been to work.
1998.
Jamie, where are you now? I forget. I'm sorry.
Right now,
around about 1998, and but their relatives, they took a couple of their relatives on a husband's side because a woman was actually related to her family, and they were tracing us back, but on a husband's side, there's family that were at school in the same area with Neil Young and Gordon Lightfoot. Apparently, I don't know if it's true. I just took
Wow.
them on
That's
their
amazing.
word.
Kind of makes you think small world, eh?
It's a very small world.
Yeah, because we met in a local club. We were family in a local club in Wick when they got in touch with us, and when they actually said that, one of my family said, "Oh, that I sing a couple of Neil Young songs," and so land up getting a taxi up to my house to get my guitar to bring it down and play a couple of Neil Young songs and Gordon Lightfoot songs for them, and it was a
That's
really good
awesome.
Sunday afternoon, you know. But it was,
Okay. Shandy, Brian, Donald, I'm gonna get off the panel.
Okay. Thank you for coming.
I'm gonna get ready to retire. I'll come into the chat and speak for a minute, but then I'll probably be going. Okay.
Well, thank you for coming up. Enjoy
Shandy,
it.
thank you for having me. I'm gonna watch you, Donald, tomorrow at 2 p.m. New York time, Eastern time. I'm gonna look for you.
7 p.m. Yeah. Well,
And then-
I'm probably a bit the crash. I apologize, guys, because I'm just
You're doing great. I don't
being
apologize for nothing.
drunk and sobering up a wee bit, like
I'll and then I'm gonna do a live probably tomorrow evening, but maybe a little earlier than evening, maybe, but we'll see. Okay.
Dougie, my pleasure, buddy. Great to see you, man.
Brian, come up on my panel if you want to. You know, you're more than
My
welcome.
pleasure. Definitely will. Definitely will.
Well, if you're after my show, I'll come up and I'll maybe do a couple. I'll do as many as I'm fit to do. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, I'll. You're welcome, of course. Everybody here is welcome. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shandy. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're
Okay.
very welcome. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
To answer your
Bye,
question,
Doug.
to answer your question, Brian, right now I live in Arkansas.
Oh, right. Now it's coming back to me. Okay. I'm so sorry. I have a hard time remembering where everyone is from.
I do
No.
too, so you're not the only one.
Yeah. Now I remember.
When I met you, I believe, though, I was living in South Carolina. See, let me think. What I've talked to you. What has it been? A little over maybe a year and a half, or has it been within the last year?
I think, I remember I met you on Willie's.
Right.
And, now that Donald told me that I know him almost 2 years, maybe it is longer than a year, Shandy, that I've known you. Maybe about a year and a half.
Because I would come here to Arkansas a year ago, September, so that's what, about a year and a half now? Somewhere like that.
I think because you were definitely like, you and Julie were two of the first people that I ever spoke to on the chat that ever said hello to me. And then what happened was because of my background with ice and working for the city, I was on some skating sites and I stumbled onto Boston and Maine's live skating shows.
Right.
And that's where I met Donald.
Right.
And Donald happened to be on the same channel with moderator CT. And that's how like Donald and I met. And Donald's reminding me it's going back almost 2 years now.
So it might have been, well, I lived in South Carolina before I moved here. I met Z in a chat, and we exchanged emails, phone numbers, and I started talking and all that. And I had nothing to keep me in South Carolina, and he asked me if I wanted to come here, so here I am. And it's been a year.
Hang on, is he your husband, Shandy?
He's my fiance. We're not married, but he.
Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't realize that. Congratulations.
Thank you. But,
that is really nice.
Actually, we just celebrated the 4th, our 2-year anniversary of meeting each other.
That is such a great story. Honestly, it really is.
I mean, there is a lot of trolls and idiots out there in chats, but I have found, a lot of good people too. Y'all are one of them. A couple of them.
And there are a lot of good people, and that's why I kind of like send a picture like in Messenger once again, or just to
Mhm.
show you I'm a real person, you know.
Well, I'm sorry.
But that picture I actually sent you, I think I look crappy in that one because
It
it
was
was kind of
good.
a spur of the moment thing, and
Well,
I thought I looked terrible in that. But anyway,
that's one thing I don't do really is send any kind of pictures. You notice on my
yeah.
Facebook, you will not see. You might see some I put up a long time ago, older pictures of me when I was young.
I
But
don't think I've seen a picture of you. No, I don't think I have.
you'd have to look. You'd have to look way back in my photos on Facebook to see them.
Right.
But one particular reason is because there was someone I trusted a few years back. I thought she was from Canada. She was, she's all right. I thought I could trust her, and I let her on my original. See, I have two Facebooks. I have the one you see, which is my public, that goes with my channel, and it's my public. Then I have one that's for basically real close friends and family. Well, I let her in on that, and we had disagreements and all that, but she took one of my profile pictures and made a YouTube account out of it. She doctored it up a little bit with stupid little crap. So ever since then,
That is so horrible.
I don't let anyone see me. I mean, even though there's some I've talked for years, like Brown Dog, for example. I've known Brown Dog 4 or 5 years, and we've talked, been friends, but he has yet to see a picture of me to this day. And it's not because I don't care about. I'm scared. You know. I mean, I'm not
Yeah,
ashamed,
I prefer not to show photos either.
but it takes it takes a lot for me to really trust somebody to go that length and that to show a picture of me.
Yeah, I got it. I got you on that. It's you really got to know someone really well. Um, you know, when I met Julie Tate,
Right.
this is the honest, true story from my heart. Julie sent me a picture of herself,
Right.
and because she did that, I thought I'd send her a picture, not the one that I recently sent you, one just
Right.
like of me myself,
Right.
right? And I had a feeling this could happen. Julie really liked me,
Oh.
and she wanted it to go more than just a chat friendship,
Right.
and I honestly didn't want that.
Well, sometimes things just don't work out the way they should.
But don't get me wrong, I love Julie and I love being her friend, but
Right.
she lived in Florida also, and I live far away. And
Well,
I just, so the thing is, I hope I did the right thing. I told her that right away before it got too out of control.
that's the best way you can be.
Yeah, so I really felt bad because I'll tell you something. I've been on the other end of the stick and I've been hurt many times.
Right.
So I don't like to do it to other people. But I thought being upfront with Julie, and then you know what? We still were really good friends. I did a little drawing for her, tried to cheer her up,
Right. I
And
remember her posting it. See, I was
yeah,
friends.
like that yogi thing.
Right.
And so when you told me the sad news about Julie, I really felt it. I was in tears crying.
Well, see,
And
Terry
it
M.
really came unexpected.
Well, see, Terry M. and I, probably might have seen him in my chat. We talk on Messenger all the time, and we both were friends with Julie too. And we both got to talking one day and said, I haven't seen Julie post anything for a while. And, we both seen it. And I said, well, let me go look at her page. And when I went there, I don't know who there was some guy last name Tate too. I don't know if it was her brother or what, but I seen people posting this on her Facebook, and I'm like, oh my God, I had no clue. I mean, I didn't know for sure, but I felt like she had an illness. because she had lost so much weight in over a short period of time. I don't really know what the illness was or what, but I know she did go to live from Florida to where is it, Colorado, I believe it was. And it just floored me. And then I knew that you would and her had been friends and whatever, and I felt like you needed to know.
I appreciate that. And you know what I cannot believe? It was about probably a month after I met Julia at Willie's on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody went on my channel, a girl, a lady, and left me a message right on my channel. And right in the comment section, you know, in one of my videos.
Right.
And it said, Brian, I think you're a really nice guy. I just want to warn you that Julie's been around and she's really needs care and she has cancer and all of this stuff.
Right.
And I didn't know what to say. It really hurt me. And I actually wrote her back, but I deleted the comment on my
Right.
channel because
Right.
I didn't want to take a chance of Julie seeing it.
Right.
So somebody had told me Julie was very sick.
Well,
And the picture that she actually sent me,
Mm-hmm.
I saw it in her. She did not look good for her age. You know what I mean?
Right, well-
Something looked bad about her picture. Of course, not wanting to hurt her feelings,
Right.
I didn't say anything.
Right. Well, see, like I said, Terry and I followed her Facebook, and we seen the pictures, and she was talking about losing weight and all that. But I like to think I'm very observant in things like that. And like Terry and I talked about, you know, I believe Julie's sick. I believe something's wrong with her. You know, because she was losing so much weight so quickly. I mean,
Yes.
it showed in her pictures. And supposedly, well, I understood she had some kind of farm or something in Florida, or had horses
Yes.
or whatever.
Yes.
And then all of a sudden, next thing I know, she's going to Colorado. I can't remember the guy's name. He had the same last name as her.
Yeah, she told me that too. Yeah.
But see, she was saying in chat she was going to help her brother or someone remodel their house or whatever, but it didn't sound quite right. But anyway, you know, but observing her pictures and all, we knew something was wrong, that she had to be ill.
It's pretty easy to sense, you know, like you could see it in her that
Yeah.
she just did not look well.
And see, what really made me mad is I had found out, and like a couple days after I'd found out, I went to one of the other chats, and you know, I'm going to be nice about it because I want to cuss, but I won't. Some idiot. See, now someone idiot had cloned her when she was alive. All right, and it really upset her.
Heard that.
And she left. She left Willie for a while because of it. But
What's the story with the Mike dude who was after us? I mean, Mike, what was his name? Mike
H? Oh, no. Was it Mike?
No, Mike H is nice. The other Mike.
Mike Pellegrino, wasn't it?
No,
Let's see now.
he used to apparently be friends with Julie.
Mike Constantino.
Mike Constantino. Boy, he was terrible.
But what made me mad is after a couple days after I'd found out, I happened to look in, I think it was Salisbury chat, then they were all the idiots were going to, and somebody had cloned her. Now, normally I don't go in there because that's biggest majority is Troll City, you know.
Craziness.
But that made me so mad to see somebody like that. And I said, you know, you have a lot of nerve to be cloning Julie. I said, Julie died a month ago. And I said, that's really sick. I said, it's sick to clone somebody. I said,
I never heard this. You mean, were they on Willie's?
No, this was called, you know, you remember, I don't know if you remember Pines and Palms. There's one of the Florida webcams chat. Well, they put it on slow mode, and all them trolls and people went over to this Salisbury chat.
All right.
And just for the heck of it, to get a laugh, because half the time they're so funny, it's unreal. I went and lurked in there, and I seen this person, and I said, "That is not Julie." I said, "This is a clone." I said, "Julie died a month ago." I said, "It's sick to clone somebody to begin with, but she's dead. How about stopping it?" And then I had all kinds of people asking me, questioning me, "How do you know this?" And like Bev J for one. And I said, "Bev, it's because I was friends with Julie on her Facebook. I seen her family friends posting on her Facebook page that she had passed away." I said, "That's how I know." And I never seen that person again.
That's so terrible, Shandy.
I mean,
I know Donald knows Julie because Julie used to pop on Donald's channel.
Totally. She was great. I really missed her. I was absolutely devastated, Brian, when you told me that she'd passed away, that guy.
Yeah.
Well,
Shandy
I appreciate all my audience, and
yeah,
she was good there. I love playing requests for her. I never met her. I didn't know anything about her or anything, but she came along to my channel loyally for a period of time, and I really enjoyed her company and having her here and playing songs for her. One of these days, I'm gonna go back and look through all these things, see tomorrow night, Brian. Is tomorrow the last day of the skating?
I think Donald tonight was, because they were calling for very bad temperatures tomorrow, to very hard for the ice. So I think they pulled the plug tonight. Yeah, I actually was on like earlier today and said hi to a few people, Doe 21, Kifa Cat, or Sifa, and CT was on, and I kind of said goodbye to everybody and thanked everybody.
Is that the one where they had the ice skating rink up north somewhere?
No, Shandy, this is Strawberry Bank Museum, and it's in the cams are run by Boston and Maine.
Okay, I know Boston and Maine's channel. I just never been at the room.
On my channel, I've got a Boston and Maine end of season party. But that was, I can't believe that was a year ago.
That
was on the last night. I remember when they showed all the
signs.
The signs,
Yeah, I sure do remember. Yeah,
that was a really good night because apparently a lot of them were listening to my channel and me playing with mobile phones. They were tuned into my channel
actually,
that was great times. I was looking forward to that.
Was really some good moments, and I must say, Shandy, there are some really nice people on that site. But here again, like anything, you got to be careful. Because Donald, I never really got a chance to talk to you, but when I was friends with Julie, and this happened right on your channel,
I saw something one night, and
CT jumped in and said some comments that were really uncalled for. Julie and I were just friends. And do you know that CT caused a whole spiel about it, and I didn't talk to her for 2 months.
Right.
Well,
she apologized to me. She was actually jealous of me and Julie, Shandy, the moderator. She got jealous of me and Julie.
That is.
And I couldn't believe how she reacted to it. And I said, and even Donald said on his channel, "Hey, we're all just friends here."
Yeah.
Well, she really upset me. And Donald, she apologized to me. She wrote to me on Messenger, but we didn't talk for 2 months after. I went back on the skating rink one night and just said, "Oh, the heck with this," and said hello to her.
Yeah.
And we started talking again because I'm not a person to hold a grudge.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some. And when people come to me and say, I mean, there's a lot of people that I'm in chats with that I have either on Instagram or I have them on Facebook or Messenger. And there's been times people's come to me and say, "Well, you need to ban this person. They did this to me and all that." And I say, "Okay," I said, "You may be right. I'm not calling you a liar, but I have to have proof. I have to have a screenshot of what you're telling me. Because if I ban everybody, every time somebody tells me I need to get rid of this person, ban this person, or whatever, because they've had issues with them, or I don't never know whether they're just out and out lying or they're just trying to get them in trouble. I'm not going to have nobody chatting. You know?
If I said people aren't honest and just things are just so unfair, you know what? I have better things to do with my time.
Right. I mean,
so I will just disappear. And I've been, not that I want to bring it up, Donald, but I don't know if they barred you, but I was barred from 2 friends for trying to defend you over a stupid thing.
Well, I've not been back there. I have had a look in, but Brian, that was highly noticeable the night that we left there. I don't know, something must have happened. I don't know. I only hope the Shanty Hounds are not disappointed with me, whatever, because we were just having a good crack.
Well, you know what? Danny Hoy, the musician, Danny.
Yeah.
She wrote to me after, because I have her on Messenger.
Yeah.
And you know what? She said we did nothing wrong. Danny was very upset.
Right.
I apologized to her anyway.
Yeah.
But she said we did nothing wrong.
Well, we discussed a little bit of this last night, and I'm aware of the mods and who they are, how they are, and like I said, you could go back there under another name, but to me, once someone has done that, to me, like I have no interest in the place. I may go and watch.
But it wasn't George. It was when I apologized. I don't know if you're. Well, I can't remember properly, and remember I've had a bit to drink and what have you tonight. But my memory serving. But I apologized to them, and I said I apologize. But these people have come here from my channel, and because I told them and recommended this channel because it was a great channel. I love the musicians that were actually on there. And I listed them, the Shanty Hounds and all the ones that I actually knew. And there was quite a few people from my channel actually came over on the same night. Originally, I don't know if you remember that, Brian.
Oh, yeah.
But when that mod actually, I can't remember what her name was now.
Sharon Bailey.
Yeah. When she came back and said that I made no difference from their channel, but because they did that, because I did bring their channel up, because when I first saw their channel, I thought it was a shame because they were doing in just barely double numbers, and I took people to there, and when she said that, I just thought, wait a minute, because most of the people that I was having a laugh with, because at times that we've had it taken off, they should have looked at how many LOLs that there were, because Brian,
something, we
are like a team, we're like a duo,
we're like a team.
Since the first time we went to my channel, and
not only that, like I supported all the artists there, DWP or Donald. I even tipped some of the artists, okay, because I have PayPal.
Yeah.
I've even tipped some of the artists.
Yeah.
So to be treated like that, and we are supporters of the artists, for them to treat us that way, I was very upset, to be honest with you. I was very upset.
Oh,
Shandy knows this.
Yeah.
Me too, but I went
And-
on the other night. I just caught the end with Shanty Hounds. I listened to them. I caught but more than half an hour of them, like, and I just put on at the very end. Thank you, Dan and Chris, Shanty Hounds. It's been really good to see you. And she was watching the chat because George actually typed in hello DWP Blues song. But if you notice, any time that he's giving me telling off, he's calling me Donald before he actually writes his spiel there.
Well, I'm very aware of Two Friends. I started watching that, I guess it's been 3 years ago, when they had just like a few hundred subs. And at that time, there was 3 different mods. And exactly.
So what happened to you, Shandy?
All right. There was one that was the head mod. Her name was Lady B or Lady Bree or whatever you want to call her.
Yeah.
And then there was Hansy. And then there was Jenny O'Brien. Okay.
So George Clayton wasn't there yet?
No, if I remember right, George was related to Bree. I think someone told me that was her.
That name sounds familiar, Bree.
When I first started there, she was called Lady B, and then she changed it to Bree. Well, 60s Flower Girl that was up here earlier today, I don't know if you've seen her. Her and a friend of ours, Jay, and I was in there for karaoke one night. And they were running late of doing karaoke, so we was pretending we were singing and all this, you know. And all of a sudden, Jay got banned for no reason at all. Well, this is all this is about is the soap operas that go on in chat, because at that time there was somebody that had another chat that was real friends with Lady B, and he wanted Jay gone because there was conflict between them two. So Jay got banned. All right.
Jealousy.
Yeah. Well, I still went back and I made friends with this Hansy fellow, which he was a fellow Canadian. He was from Newfoundland. All right. And we become friends and all this. And he couldn't get Jay back in there. He never would tell me exactly why, but everybody knew what it was that was involved. And evidently, this Lady B person and Hansy had something going on, I guess, between them. I don't know. But Hansy and I became friends, and that was all it was friends. And he would never tell me exactly who did it, but I'm 99% sure it was her. It was either her or Jenny. And I'm 99% sure it was her because she was jealous of the friendship that Hansy and I had built, because I was trying to get Hansy to get Jay reinstated, unbanned from there. All right. And so she banned me. All right. And he told me just to come back, make another net channel with my same name and avatar, which that's the channel you use.
Which actually a lot of people do that.
Well, he told
Donald,
me
you know Jacob? You know the chatter Jacob?
I've seen Jacob yet.
He got a new name about a year ago because he was also barred, and he is only 13 years old, by the way.
Yeah, Jacob. I know who you're talking about because he was going.
Wow.
Jacob Brown.
Something like that.
Right. Wow.
Jacob Brown, who talks to George all the time, and he pops on all the time, and he's friends with Nurse Diane. He is only 13 years old.
Gee,
and he is staying at a hospital. And he is a former child actor for Disney.
Right.
He used to go in Willie T.
Well, I was wondering that when he was at a hospital. Whether what it was.
He has a heart condition, eh?
Right.
So he's in the hospital, and they're doing like they're doing trial testing on him for a medication, And
Right.
while he's in the hospital, like he wants to learn to be a doctor. But he's only
Right.
13 years old. When I
Wow.
found out he was only 13, I flipped.
Right. I had no idea, but I
Yeah.
thought there was, I thought there was maybe something wrong with him. Way context to his actual talk, and because he was always in the hospital, and I was wondering, was he a volunteer in the hospital?
Right.
Or
He's
whatever,
he's
but-
actually a patient in a way, and his stepfather is a doctor,
right,
and they own a lot of businesses in Florida.
right,
And he has an airplane and everything, and they're, let's just say, I think they're pretty well off.
right, right,
And anyhow, he's at the hospital, and his mom is marrying one of the doctors there.
You sure this is all legit or it's a made up fabrication?
Well, Shandy, it makes you wonder sometimes. But I happen to get to know Jacob a little bit because he contacted me on Facebook, and he probably sends me an email maybe 3 times a week on, not an email, sorry, on a messenger. He gets in touch
Right.
with me. He really likes our friendship,
Yeah.
and he misses me at Two Friends.
Okay, because
So I think there is a certain amount of truth here. And I'm also a friend of his is Nurse Diane. And Nurse Diane is a real nurse in Virginia. And I also have her on Messenger. So I think there is a certain amount of truth, Shandy, but who really knows how much?
well, I'm thinking there was him, and there's another little boy named Brian, Bryan. There was 2 little boys. I know the Jacob name rings a bell. Is he in Florida?
He's in Florida, and I believe it's Jacob Brown. So
That
I used to
sounds-
like call him JB for short.
Right. Well, there's him, and then there was another little 10-year-old boy, which was a couple years ago, that used to be in Willie T's, and the other one would do video recordings of people singing at Willie T's, and he also did it of people singing at Two Friends, and I found out he was like 10 years old, and you know how bad Willie T's is
Yeah.
as far as chatting, because back then you could look at their channels. You could click on their name and look at their channels. And I asked him, I said, "How old are you?" Because it showed himself, and he said 10. I said, "Son, you don't need to be in this chat. This is not a good chat for a child, And I said, you doing recordings of these people's and these live streams. I said, you can get your channel taken down because of it. And
That is unreal that a 10-year-old would do something like that.
well, needless to say, that Jacob fellow would come in there. This Jacob, supposedly he said was 14, was his friend. And this
Really?
Jacob threatened me, I said, look, I said, don't threaten me. I said, I'm just telling you for your own good. You both don't need to be in these kind of chats.
Do you think it's the same Jacob, Shandy?
Yeah, because I remember at one point somewhere
You're
before I
kidding
didn't
me.
no more that he said something about he was in the hospital or going in the hospital for tests. So I'm pretty sure it's the same person.
So he sounds like a bit of a badass.
hmm And then I happened because I still watch, even though I couldn't go over to Two Friends, I'd still watch, and he was over there, So, but anyway,
Really
well,
makes
get
me
back to
wonder.
my story. I got banned from this jealous lady. Hansy told me to make another account and come back. He said, make it the same name. Don't try to hide. I come back. He said, I'll protect you. So I come back. And I was allowed in there for a couple of weeks. And then next thing I know, I got banned. And Bree had admitted she said, one last thing before I leave this chat and do, Shandy, you're banned. And she banned me. So I
That's
said,
awful, awful, awful.
So then Hansy went and he created his own live stream and let me run it, which we didn't hardly have anybody there because we were black. All of his so-called friends he had from 2 friends turned their backs on him. He quit when I got banned the second time for no reason. He turned in his wrench and said, I don't want no part of this anymore. And because of doing that and all his so-called friends he made it 2 friends in the chat, and they abandoned him. They wouldn't even come to his channel. It was basically me, him, the Jenny person, and a couple others, and that was it. And then he passed away 3 years ago, January. And then this same person, Jenny, that I told you about, we would go run different chats and everything, and she would get mad because I got mod and she didn't. And I said, you have to earn it yourself. You have to speak up for yourself. Now she has a speech impediment, which makes you want to think she has a mental issue, which really she doesn't. She's very smart, very intelligent. She
I
just
hate when people think that. It really bothers me. I hate when people think that somebody has a speech impediment, there's something wrong with them, because I think 100% of the time there really isn't.
I mean, she can do more with a computer than I can.
I believe it.
And on the same note, so, finally her whining and crying, I said, look, I can't help it. I'm not going to get you a mod. You're going to have to earn it on your own. I have never once asked to be a mod, ever. And I said, you'll have to get it on your own. Well, finally I got tired. I said, look, I think the best thing you need to do is, you go your way and I'll go mine. By this time, that's when I had first started streaming because Hansy passed away. His family shut his stream down, so I started. And I unmodded her. I unmodded her little boyfriend, which was just as bad. And so they started going to other chats trolling me. And she's the one that took one of my Facebook pictures and made an avatar out, made a fake channel. All right.
That's horrible.
Now that's not quite the end of the story.
I'm listening, Shand.
No, but because of me doing that and disowning her, I used to use she let me use her pictures. I'd make slideshows, and people let me use their pictures and all that to make a slideshow. That's before I understood how to do all this mess. Well, when we ended our friendship, I thought that I had gotten rid of all her pictures, but evidently I didn't. I had one. And she reported me for using her picture. How she proved that was her picture, I don't know. But it got me shut down for 3 months.
Oh my goodness, that is terrible.
But what I'm getting at is it seems like over there at Two Friends, they used to have a whole lot more than Jed and Catherine. And,
well, did you ever know a moderator? She just got thrown out a little while ago. Jed and Sharon Bailey threw her out too. Her name was Cara Mia. Maybe Donald remembers her.
I remember.
Yeah, I do. I think that. Yeah, because she often said hello to me.
Yeah, nice lady. Well, they got rid of her too. She's gone. And Cara writes to me sometimes, and she told me a bit about the history at Two Friends, and it honestly blew me away. Some of the stories about Sharon Bailey and George Clayton. I don't want to repeat it, but it blew me away. That's all I can tell you. It just blew me away.
See, I thought George was just someone really, really good at his job, and I apologized to him a couple of times because I generally didn't mean to cause any offense, but I just try to be what I be, and sometimes I speak the way I speak, but I don't think I've said anything that was wildly offensive like that.
Donald, you never did say anything that was offensive at all. And,
well,
well,
do you know there's a lot of people on my followers, but especially people over here that were going to that channel and stopped going to that channel because they thought George was giving me a super hard time. But I didn't
he
think that.
was.
You know, I just thought, right, he's doing his job. I just thought, right, yeah, right, there is families
For one,
watching, but not that time of night, like it.
Shandy, if you don't mind, I just want to explain to Donald because he might not know this.
Right.
All the moderators at Two Friends, Donald, they are not paid.
No,
They're
nobody
all
gets paid
volunteers.
tomorrow.
Right.
They are all
right.
volunteers. So I just want to mention that they are all volunteers. That is not a paying job.
Right. Right.
And sorry to say this, I think Jed and Sharon take their moderating skills a little too seriously.
I mean,
Like, can you imagine if they were in charge of the musicians? I mean, Bobby Enlow, after every show, says he's going to go smoke weed and get high right on the
know,
channel.
totally, and that's fun. I like.
Okay.
I actually
So-
like seeing that because the only weed that we're allowed to smoke over here that's not
So-
illegal is dandelions. You know.
Yeah. So just to
You
finish
know,
this,
and
Donald,
it's legal over there. But I like having
Yeah.
jokes about these kind of things. You know, same as
So-
yourself. You know, and that should be. But Brian, on that channel, we got you and I got more LOLs and whatever.
We did.
We were talking to each other, you know, like the amount of
think the chat-
LOLs that I said, and well, if they counted the LOLs and compared
Yeah.
to one person just saying right, because I got checked out.
I'll
one
say
night.
this jokingly, but I think it could be true. I think the chat went down 50% when we left.
More than 50%. There's only 6 people. Right. Honestly, I've been observing, right, because I've seen that channel. I watched that channel all the way during lockdown. It was one of the first channels that actually said hello to people on, and I got accepted, and quite well, even by the moderators. You know, it was actually quite good, but the amount of people that are watching now has seriously decreased since that night that we got kind of booted off, like, or whatever. If viewers have you know, I showed one of my friends from that night, the next night, that if views had actually gone down, and although there may have been 18 viewers, I assume you were among those 18 viewers just watching and not taking part, you know,
Right.
just wanting to see our favorite musicians. I assumed you were in there. I said to one of my friends, look, that's got 18 people there. Every person that goes to that channel signs in and says hello to everybody, and I'm just lurking because I'm busy, I'm at work or whatever, and listen to the actual music. You know, it's you know,
There's actually people, Shandy and Donald, that are intimidated by going there now.
right.
And
I
I
remember.
am not lying. As we speak, right now, the former moderator, Karamia, just messaged me. I didn't read it yet, but I read the title. They are bothering people right now on the karaoke.
Well, when I was there, when I first started going there before all the mess, you know, it was
Well-
nothing to see on a Friday or Saturday night, 200 to 300 people watching that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't a whole lot, you know, out of all that, there may be about 10, 15 chatting, but there would be like 300, at least 300 people watching every Friday and Saturday night.
I've seen at least, I've seen the karaoke busy, but maybe in the old days it was more busy, Shandy, because I've never seen more than 160.
I mean, this was, like I said, this was not, there was two channels that would stream the karaoke bar. And one was Tim's Keys Live, and the other was actually two friends, Broadway Live Cams used to stream it. And the owner that was owned Broadway used to be real good friends with the owner that owned Two Friends. But still,
The owner
Tim
seems
wanted
like,
karaoke, and so the
yeah.
owner let him stream it there. And then Broadway used to be real good, close friends with the owner, but I don't know what happened. Something happened with the jump. They used to be in competition all the time, but
Oh,
ended up something happened with I guess the because they've used different cameras. Each stream used different cameras, and with the ones at Broadway, you couldn't hear the sound as clear. It was supposedly because of copyright. I don't know what the whole ordeal was on that, but anyway, that channel it ended up getting. They took it down because I guess it wasn't profitable. I don't know, whatever.
I'm going to say this in a jokingly matter. I think I'm going to open up another channel. It's going to be called After Two Friends.
Okay, Minty, it's all good. I know you're not. I don't know why you're upset. Why you would think you were here to cause trouble? I don't understand that.
Somebody on the chat?
Yeah, Minty says I'm not here to cause trouble, which I know that. I'm not sure what's going on. The only one I've been seeing is Brown Dog and Minty talking, so I don't know what's going on in the chat.
Yeah, I apologize. I haven't been paying much attention to the chat, but I wish everybody well on the chat.
I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm lost. Brown Dog, are you okay? You talking off the wall stuff. Kind of, I'm not following you here. I don't know what's going on. I'm totally lost. I let y'all vent because I know y'all, like you said, I guess y'all don't ever talk like this. I normally don't allow too much conversation going on a whole lot about other people and other chats because it's just not good. You know what I mean?
Well, you never know who could be listening in.
Well, I mean, I really don't care. We've got 9 people watching. I'm sure somebody's going to tell whatever, some people can report you. I don't understand how they.
But Brian,
it's called doxing when you give personal information out, but they can report you to YouTube for, I guess, bullying. But I don't know. I probably had every kind of report against me anyway, so it don't,
I think some of the moderators on Two Friends really need to go.
No, if I'm ever right,
Two
I
in
think
particular, and I'm not going to mention any names.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, Shandy, even the musicians know about it. And I would think that somebody would say something because, in a way, it takes away from the performers because we're the ones that tip them. We're the ones that cheer them on. We are their fans. And by losing chatters like us, they're also losing business.
I mean, that's true, but see, Tim's the one that runs the show.
He is.
And
can you imagine if the moderators had control of the musicians? It would be horrible.
Well,
yeah, totally. But see, Bobby and Shanty Hounds, the banter that we have with them is fantastic. I love these guys like that.
Well, one of the reasons I really took a liking to Shanty Hounds was, well, 2 reasons. I love their music, and 2, Danny talks to us. She cares about it. You know what I mean, Donald? She asked about you, Donald. She
acknowledges us. Yeah, but she acknowledges us. But
she acknowledges us.
She does ask me now and again, am I on the team tonight? And it's that's so good that yeah.
So that's why awesome. I really took a liking
to look at, listen to, and everything. Yeah. It's I mean, I kind of put into words a pleasure and good times that watching them on a screen has actually brought to me during lockdown and that, it's been fantastic,
You know,
the first time I saw Danny, she played on her own,
yeah,
and then
yeah. Oh, she's
that was the first
incredible.
time, and then I saw the actual duo, and I thought, wow, it's awesome. Even on her own, but the two of them together, it's like Simon and Garfunkel. They're two people.
And a real treat to see the other fella who plays
Yeah.
the percussion.
Sorry?
There's a third fellow who plays the percussion sometimes.
Oh, yeah. He
For
plays the
some reason,
cajon. Yeah. I
I
can't
forget
remember
his
what his name is. Yeah, but he's good.
Very
one
nice
night,
guy.
One night I was here. I don't know, was it a Sunday afternoon or whatever. I remember I was sitting in the kitchen and I was typing in. I was playing my cajon a long way with them, and because the music they were playing was so good. But I would like to hear them sing a couple of Scottish songs.
I really miss that. I do really miss, the being with the Shanty Hounds because of Danny. She's so nice.
Totally, but I would love to hear her singing a Scottish song called.
So we can, still watch the show.
The Wild Mountain Time. I'd love to hear Danny singing. There's a Scottish song, a beautiful song, called The Wild Mountain Time.
She's got a really pretty voice.
I would love to hear her singing that song, The Wild Mountain Time.
All right, hold on. Donald. Hold on a minute. I got to address something. Brown Dog, what is going wrong? Who is posting rude comments? Brown Dog, this is not like you. What do you mean child abuse? I don't understand what's going on here. What's up? Because you're talking about blocking people. You're talking about rude comments. Now you're saying child abuse. Who in the hell are you talking about? Hey, Charlie. Because I'm confused. Charlie's another good singer. I don't know if y'all heard of him. He does music videos and stuff on his channel too.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm just trying to figure out what Brown Dog's talking about because it's not making a bit of sense to me. So I don't know what's going on. Oh, well, hi, Peter. Yeah, we all always go to somewhere where it's rude, to be honest. But anyway, like I said, I normally don't allow this kind of conversation stuff to go on this long because it doesn't look, truthfully, it doesn't look good for me and my channel to badmouth other channels, even though it's all true,
Yeah. I think Donald and I are pretty sincere, so I won't say any more. I just.
I understand the anger and all that. I really do, because when it happened to me there, it blew me away.
I've not got any anger over it because with me being a free spirit, if George or one particular person doesn't want to talk to me, I'll say, well, excuse me, move it away because there's a few people standing behind you wanting to talk to me like that. That's the best way to be in life, no, I didn't let it bother me. I wasn't upset by him. When I said hello, when he said hello to me, I says, good night, Shanty Hounds. That was a great night, and blah, blah. And he said, hello and good night. George said hello and good night to me. And I says, good night, George, just out of courtesy. And, all's fine. But I felt I can speak there, I didn't mean offensive, but I sometimes type the way I actually think, and it doesn't always go down well. But me and Brian have had every channel that I've actually met Brian on. We have a really good laugh between ourselves.
That's
Some
what it.
one of my
you know,
friends from Thurso, who saw us, actually said that we liven up the channel when me and Brian.
Really?
Oh, look at yeah. That's it.
I'm really sorry about what happened, though. You know, I really am.
Hey, it's gone. I'm glad I'm still in touch with you. Who cares? You know.
Because you know, I'll be honest.
But I know
I'm not the most perfect person myself. So if I did say something wrong that day, I truly apologize.
Oh, you never know. No, you never totally.
I really didn't mean for this to happen. You know what I mean, Shandy?
Well, I couldn't get what it was about, because that's a very tame. That's not even mid-range. Any conversations?
I just thought it was
the conversations that we had there was very tame. It's not
well,
even.
I'm being honest.
It's not even pub talk, like, you know.
Yeah.
Less than
and
pub
I'm being
talk.
honest. Danny wrote to me after and said we really did nothing wrong. So.
Yeah.
But I still feel bad about what happened. I do, and I apologize, Shandy. But because I know we probably shouldn't be talking about it right here.
It's so good. Everybody's got a vent, and you said y'all have never actually voice talked together, you know. So it's
we never have. It's the first time we've actually
it's
been able
amazing
to.
for me tonight. I hope we can
So,
still remember.
While I'm on that subject, I've met some pretty amazing people on your channel, Shandy.
Thank you.
And I really want to thank you for that. I mean,
you're welcome.
Shandy knows some people here that their channels are like huge. I mean, I'm just a small little guy, you know what I mean? But I've met some really, really nice people here.
Donald, Charlie says you have a strong resemblance to John Lord from Deep Purple. I put Charlie's link in the chat. He is another good musician. Charlie, if you want, we'll get Donald to play one more, maybe a song or two more, then I'm gonna have to call it a night.
Sweet child in time, go see the light. The line strong between the good of us and the bad. If you're leaving, close the door. I'm not expecting people anymore. Hear me grieving, lying on the floor.
I'm on the drums.
Whether I'm drunk or dead, I really can't be sure. I'm a blind man, I'm a kind man, and my world is built. When a blind man cries, Lord, there ain't no sanity. Had a friend once in a room. I had good reason for the things we had to do. On a cold morning in that room, I had a good reason for the things we had to do. I'm a blind man, I'm a blind man, and my world is cold. When a blind man cries, Lord, music with a soul. That's when the Blind Man Prize by Deep Purple. I don't know if you know that one. It wasn't on a album that it was supposed to be on, but it took on a life of its own. I heard that a few years ago.
Great
That
tune.
was very good. Thank you.
Uh,
Okay, Charlie, I'm sorry to hear you've been feeling bad. Maybe another time you can do it. I put your link in. I'll send a link to Brian if you want it. Like I said, Charlie has a good channel too.
Oh, please do. Please
Donald, do
do.
you have any other social media besides YouTube?
no, no, no. This is all I've got is YouTube. Okay.
Okay, well, Charlie said you did very well.
Charlie, hope you're feeling better, man.
Thank you so much, Charlie.
Maybe let me send this to you right quick before I forget.
Did you say you sent me Charlie's link, Shandy?
I'm fixing to right now.
Okay, thanks very much.
I think this is the right one.
Gosh, you're so
There we
helpful,
go.
Sandy.
There we go. Charlie, I shared your link with Brian. See, if you had another
yeah.
means
Got
of
it.
social
Thanks,
media,
Shandy.
I could send you stuff, Donald.
Yeah, I don't think Donald has Messenger, do you?
Oh no. I struggle doing YouTube. I know how to do all the audio and play music and stuff like that. But I can just do basics like YouTube. I'm no really internet savvy like that.
You're welcome, Charlie. I can't give you my email if you want it, or if you don't, that's fine. I just gonna say I can share links that way.
I'm gonna definitely hang on to these links. I haven't checked them out yet, but I will tomorrow for sure. Every one of them. Every one of them.
Well,
and I appreciate you sending them to me.
Okay.
But Shandy, before I forget to say, your channel last night, I just zoned it, and I was watching your channel, watching the video footage of all the landscapes, the animals, everything like that.
Right.
Wow, that was awesome. I sat for 2 hours, just zoned out and having a wee look at the chat. I missed a lot of the actual chat, but I will go back and I actually read it. But wow, well done! Congratulations on.
That's awesome. I'm gonna have to check out more of your videos, Shandy.
That
that
works. That was awesome. I was just totally. Well, to tell you the truth, I was having a smoke and just watching it, and I
chilling
thought,
and watching.
The beauty of the things that is in this world that we don't see. But anytime when I used to be out walking, I used to see these things that were in your like I've seen birds, I've seen animals that used to come up just because I was sitting quietly in the country, you know, away from a main town or whatever, and animals walk past your feet, across the front of you and everything. I really should have a camera everywhere I go, but to see all the beauty and all landscapes, animals, everything that is in your and your and the actual footage, along with the music, because I just pictured myself actually being there with one of these Walkmans. Well, the Walkmans, consider my age now, but we used to have Walkmans, and with the music actually playing, because it was a good selection of music that he actually had, but what that went really well with actually watching the footage as well. It's absolutely well done. You really know what you're doing, sewing these things together, like, you know, with the music and the video, and it's absolutely brilliant. You know, I'm looking forward to actually watching it again.
Good night, Minty.
I need to see it on a big screen, you know, to really appreciate it properly. You know, I was just looking at it on the laptop screen, you know, but one of these nights I'm going to sit with if we covered all of it and just have a listen to it and just chill like I did last night because it was it really is good. So well done, Shandy. That
Thank
well
you.
done.
See, my goal is, because I've seen and been and watched so many chats that are full of trolls and all this. People say, a lot of people say they don't like drama. They want somewhere nice and all that. I try to create that place for people that's drama free, troll
Yeah.
free, and I try to give something pleasant to the eye to watch.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
most everybody likes music, you know.
yeah.
And I am very blessed because all the songs I do are cover songs, which is how I kind of slide in by YouTube to
Yeah.
get by with playing them. I do get notifications saying I have a claim against it and my stream, and mainly all it has done is my stream cannot be played in some countries. Now, once in a while, my
Right.
whole video, depending on what song or what's
That's
going on, the whole thing gets blocked. It can't be
yeah.
played. All I have to do is delete the song that they're saying that's causing a problem, and then it can be back up on YouTube. But there's no strikes against my channel. Knock on wood. Let's do that.
Wow.
Yeah, I encountered that problem, Shandy, when I made some of my slideshows because
Yeah.
I like to add cover music to my
Right.
slideshows with my art. And there was the odd band that wouldn't allow it. One of them was actually the Eagles.
Yeah, the Eagles
So
is one of
I
them.
just started doing more Canadian music, and those ones don't seem to be barred. And as
Well-
long as YouTube lists who they are, there's no trouble because I'm not making any money off the music.
Right.
I'm trying to make
Right.
money off of my art, not the music.
Right. Well,
Music
see,
is there for people to
Well,
enjoy the video.
Guys, on the subject of the Eagles, I sing a few Eagles songs, but I've never. I think I might have done one night that just under protest, but Eagles are one band that if you sing an Eagles song on your channel, they'll come down and top you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah, it seems like nonsense to me.
I was actually warned that by professional musicians that I've actually met, that they're one of the bands that the other bands will get on and take it on you, but Eagles may actually put lighters onto you,
I'm gonna tell you a little secret.
I don't know if that's true because you hear, as I say, it's you
Well, I'll
never
tell you a
know
little
the stories.
secret. It's best to always, if you're going to use music, I have found you get less trouble, to put in your description who the original artist is and a link. It's how you word it. Say, like, this is a karaoke cover or cover song of so and so. Give a link to that song and the original artist.
Yeah.
And then say that. Then also put this is purely for entertainment purpose only. Copyright belongs to respective owners.
Yeah.
And biggest majority, if you fill out that description, you may not. I mean, you still might get the claim, but the odds of getting anything really bad happen to you are a lot less.
Well, I actually
How do you know if you have a
I actually got a comment
threatening-
on one of Maxwell's songs, from someone, and that put a totally different concept on me because that was the one I was feared that they were going to come down across me, and that's a Mexican girl that is on my site. It was done, and I can't remember, was it festive season 1997 or 1998? I had short back and sides, no beard. I looked like a young bikie, and it's got 4-point-something K. That one thing, that was the one that I was actually worried about. But someone actually sent me a message saying, how can someone young like you take something like that from 50 years ago and make it sound like it was written yesterday.
Well,
Do you know? And
talented. It's great.
that was a pretty good, you know. And someone actually phoned me and saw that, and I got my contact details and phoned me at home here, and was giving me pointers in my voice and what have you, like, you know. And I says, but excuse me, that was a that was 20 years ago.
I'm gonna tell you another little
Do
secret.
you know that was 20 years ago, that video, you know,
Right.
and told them my age, like, you know, because they still thought in relation to that video that that's who I was, and they were that I was just a young boy and needed a wee bit pointers, like, you know. But it was just all done on that natural, without all the instrumentation that's in the song was actually done. I played all the instruments on it. I had a 4-track cassette recorder, then I advanced to an 8-track before going digital. And that I've always loved recording different, myself doing different instruments. You know, if you listen to, if you have a look at that video, Wet River Snow, that's on my channel, that's got Neil Young songs, and I did all the instrumentation on that. But there's one song in particular, Folsom Prison Blues, and it's got 9 of my own voice singing in unison.
Oh, cool.
Right. And it sounds like, if you listen to it with not too loud a volume, I mean, no deafening volume, like, and turn it up, like, so you can get a full stereo effect. 9, imagine 9 or my same voice all panned.
Right.
They're all panned differently, like way each one assigned to each voice assigned to its own channel, to make it sound like there was a group of people
Right.
actually standing around singing, how it would naturally be if everyone's standing in their individual places.
Right.
You know, if they were standing in front of you singing. And I've designed that. I put together that album. It was called Country-ish, because there's a couple of songs on it. It's no country, but it's still. But
are any of those on your channel, Donald?
Sorry?
Are any of those on your channel?
Yes, Wick Rivers. If you look up Wick River Snow, all these songs.
I've seen that one. That's really good.
Yeah, but did you listen to it? It's full length, because it's got a whole lot of Neil Young songs.
Yes.
On it, that my renditions of them and that. But
really, really good stuff.
Yeah.
Anthony Serrato says, Donald, keep your music. Said your music is soothing, sir. Keep playing great music.
Thank you so much. A lot of people say that. You know, I do love playing, but you being the listeners, you're very important to the musicians. You know,
right? See, that's the way I feel about my chat. I've had people say, Shandy, you need to have like a PayPal or something where we can donate to help for the expenses.
Yeah.
Okay. For one thing, if you do get monetized or whatever, you do that sort of thing, you have to pay taxes on that stuff. This is a hobby.
Yeah, totally. I love music, right? I've been paid for doing music, but it was never ever my goal to actually do. You know, music has been very good to me, and bringing in income, but not with me charging it, but just what I was getting for actually doing what I love doing. But I always say to someone, I play from my heart, not from my pocket, you know. And I love playing music. among nice people, you can't beat that, you know. When I walk in a strange town, like even Thursday tonight, like I've got a ukulele. I always had an instrument with me right throughout my life. When you walk in a strange town, who you've never saw anyone anywhere before, and they didn't even know. Sometimes they didn't even know each other, and just one person will say hello to you and say, "Oh, what's that you call it? Is that a ukulele or is that a guitar?" And you play one tune. And the way that actually spreads, someone standing next to them will say, "Oh, that was such and such by Deep Purple, that wee tune you played there." Like, and all I have to do is sing a song by that person, write a popular one that everybody knows, and the people start singing who didn't even know each other. They start singing along, or at least tapping. If you watch and you see them tapping on the bar and stuff like that. And their feet tapping, you know. And before you know it, these people who never met each other are talking to each other,
Right.
buying each other drinks and whatnot.
Right.
And to walk away from that, from walking in a place who everybody, when you first go in, it's just looking at their own reflection, Wither Point, in a strange town, because they didn't know anybody there, and they're just looking at their own reflection in the mirror at a bar. They were thinking, "Oh, I don't know anybody here. Where else can I go?" You know. And but to turn that thing around where you get them all talking to each other, buying each other drinks, singing along, and what have you, and to walk away from that, like on the journey home, it's
you accomplished something, brought people together. You brought people together. I can understand.
Yeah.
But what I was getting at is, I do. This is a hobby for me. I do it because I enjoy it. I don't, you know. And two, by my music, I could never get monetized from YouTube, even if I wanted to, because me playing the music cancels that out.
Yeah.
But what, you know, like also, like I said, people is what makes a chat good.
Yeah.
I like to think so far. I mean, I've had a few idiots to try to step through the door, and they get shoved way out real quick, you know. But and I don't mean to come across sounding like a hard, egotistical person, but because I put a lot of effort into this. All these clips you see, they are copyright free. I have the links to everything in my description. I get them from Pexels, Pexels, on the net, Pixabay, Mixkit. Plus some are donated, like as from Roy and all that. But I work very hard, and so I'm not going to do anything to cause my channel to get taken down. But I do this because I enjoy it. And what really gives me satisfaction as payment is people enjoying it. To enjoy it. I give them
that's the same for me. Yeah.
Same for me. Every time I put a smile on someone's face with one of my drawings, makes me more happy than any money could.
Right.
Totally. Yeah.
I try to provide, like I said, I do the peaceful videos because they are relaxing. I have besides the little mixed clips, I have actual like 3-hour aquariums. I have a 10-hour aquarium video. I have another 3-hour beach scene. I have all kind. You wouldn't believe how much stuff I have. Y'all hasn't even seen hardly any of it. But I try to give people a chat to get away from all the drama and the bull crap. You know, you don't even have to chat. I enjoy chatting. I enjoy meeting people from all over. But you know, if somebody just comes and listens to the music, watch the video, and if it makes their day a little bit better or their evening a little bit better, then you know I'm happy. That's all that matters to me.
That's brilliant. Well, see, we chat, right? I can on actual typing chat, you know, and then I speak an awful lot on the actual chat because typing is difficult for me because I've got trouble with my shoulders, so
Right.
I'm typing with one finger like a robot. My arm is actually going like a robot, so I keep the basics, but I'm watching and listening, and joining in. But I do find it hard to switch between the chat to follow a chat, because sometimes a chat moves too fast for me.
Right.
But by the time I actually get to chat something, I've got to scroll up and try and remember who it was that actually said it.
It's too fast. It's hard for me too when the chat is going too fast. I can't keep up.
No.
And then I apologize to the people that are talking to me, and I'm not paying any attention to them.
Yeah.
I put it on slow mo, but people would hate that. So but I mean, like I say, a lot of times you go to type something, and even if you're a fairly fast typer, which I mean, I type with one finger, and I'm fairly fast, but by the time I get it out, what I was asking is like 5-7 sentences up, and they've done moved on to a different topic.
Yeah. I'm the same too.
And that's kind of why I like doing panels, because one, you don't have
this
to
is
type.
really cool. My first time ever talking on a panel, and I find it so much easier than typing. And it's a little more personal. You can hear the person's voice. I think it's a little more personal.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people, they want to see your face too. And like I said on the last one, you want to see my face, come visit me.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm ashamed. It's just I just don't feel comfortable putting it out there. And like I said, I have been trolled with my picture and stuff before, which usually stuff like that doesn't bother me, but it's just a matter, that's what's comfortable to me. But I figure if you can hear my voice, you can hear what I say, you should have a very good idea of what type of person I am. So
for sure.
You don't need to see my looks to know what I am. My mouth, my tone of voice, what I say determines who I am, not my looks.
I really think you see the person so much differently by voice rather than typing.
Yeah, totally.
Which is why, Donald's surprised tonight. I have seen Donald talk, but I've only been able to talk back in chat. So this is the first time Donald is hearing my voice.
Yeah. But it's exactly what I imagine it to be like.
Which is amazing. Which really is amazing.
Totally.
The same sort of thing with you. I pictured you to be the same way you are too. And I have a feeling if we lived close by, we would be really good friends.
Oh yeah, totally. I'll tell you what, it's on my to-do list to bring you over here or whatever. But to meet you, I'd love to meet you. That's on one of my bucket lists. Because you and all your friends and that have been so supportive to me. Because my YouTube channel, as I say, which is growing. It's not advertised on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that, but growing just by your friends and my friends.
It's just like Shandy helping us out. I think Shandy, every time I go on your channel, there's always some nice person that just subscribed to me, and I'm just a small bee on YouTube, so. Well, it's really, really nice.
Technically, I'm not one of your bigger channels. I have pretty much the same regular people chatting, which is, I love everybody that comes here. I did have a record-breaking 32 people last week watching one of my panels. That was a first.
That's great.
Usually when I do just my regular stream, I may have at the most 6-7. Panels is the way to go now on YouTube.
I think I went on Nana's channel, the cook channel.
Cooking.
Holy moly, her channel is huge.
And
same with Southern Belle.
Shandy, tomorrow night in my channel, I'll put a link to your channel on it for people that come and watch me. I've got, on average, 41 people
That's great, Donald.
come and see me every Sunday. You know, like it's at least 41 people that usually come when I do my show. I just play as long as I can until either my voice goes or my guitar goes, because I'm quite old and I can't play as long as what I used to be. But I always like doing what I can. But
I always have a good time at your show. Always.
I'm
love
so
being there.
confused, Donald. I don't know what. Sometimes I don't get the notifications, or it's at a time that I can't get to your channel, you know, or to be there.
Yeah. No, it's okay. Like, well, I'm glad. I didn't think I would have ever gotten 27 views on it, but just a bit. Well, probably by the next couple of days, I'll be at 27,000 views. You know, so I feel so lucky, and thanks, Brian, and all the supporters, everyone that actually comes to my channel. I'm so grateful to them. Like, you know,
I think I'm just over 2,000.
Well,
I'm
actually,
just a small guy.
recently, well, as of right now, I have got 32,122 views.
Wow.
I
That
have
is amazing.
642 subs. Once you get 500, you get a community tab, which you can post pictures or anything on there. Which a lot of times that's what I do, is I'll post.
How many views is that, Sandy? Did you say? Sorry.
Do what?
Can you repeat what you just said? After so many views, you get what?
No, if you get 500 subs, you get what's called the community tab on your channel, which means
I see.
You can post a picture there. You can post video links. You can do all kinds of stuff with it that you normally can't do in a regular chat.
Oh, so you need 500 subscribers.
Right. Because like if you look at my channel sometime, you know, go to my actual channel and click on what says community, you'll see all kinds of stuff that I've posted.
Oh, nice.
Like
So you have how many subscribers now, Shandy?
As of tonight, I have 642.
That's great.
Which, I mean, through the help of others like Doug.
Right.
You seen Tricky Bricky come in here? He is from the UK. He has over like 1,000 and some subs. He does live streams. He does sort of like what you would call a DJ thing. Now, I do have to warn, language is not filtered good there.
I haven't been on his page. Tricky Ricky, eh?
No, Tricky Bricky. I'll send you a link to that one too.
Okay.
But like I said, his stuff is not filtered, his language. So, you know, but he's really a cool dude.
Yeah.
But even though
I'm used to the language.
Even though his channel is the way it is and allowed, like Minty you seen there a while ago, he comes from Trickies. There's several that's come from Trickies, but they know I don't allow that sort of thing in my channel, and they still give me the respect. But through him, I've gotten a lot of subs, and he's really
That's
good.
really
He's a
nice.
good person. Okay.
I actually think I don't have a lot of subscribers, but I got a few from you and from being on your channel, and even a few from Donald's from being on Donald's channel. Some of Donald's friends have subscribed to me.
No,
So we all help each other out, really. You know?
Oh, yeah, totally. Well, I've had a few from your channel. I had a couple last night from your channel, Shandy.
Cool.
Yeah.
Brian, do you have at least 50 subs?
Sorry?
I have about I think 45 now, Shandy.
Okay. Do you do your stuff on a computer or a phone?
I'm using a tablet.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say, if ever, like if you get at least 50 subs, and you have to get your channel what's called verified. You can look up how to do it. Get a video on a how-to video. But if you have at least 50 subs, you can now go live on a phone or a tablet. It used to be 1,000, but they changed it back to 50.
Oh, so you mean I can't go live unless I have 50?
Yeah, at least 50.
Oh,
To
I
do
didn't
it
know that.
now, if you have a computer, it doesn't matter how many you have. You can
Oh,
go
I see.
live on a computer with however many you want.
I'm
So,
just using a Samsung tablet.
well, like let's say, like if you ever wanted to do a live stream though, and those are the devices you have at least 50 subs, and you can go, you can go live and do live stream. That's like I did the one the other day out at the lake. I did that on my phone. I did
I
a
was
live
on
stream.
I was on Nana's channel the other night, and she only had a few people, and I guess she was having a frustrating night because the craft that she was working on, she accidentally fumbled it, and I
Right.
guess her stream got cut off a bit early. But I was sorry to see that because she seems like a really nice person.
Yeah, she really is. I mean, like I said, she's helped me out. There's a couple that sub me from her. That's what I'm saying.
Was Nana on TV? Because she looks so familiar.
I don't know. I thought that too because she looked familiar to me too.
Yeah, her picture on her channel, it's like I've seen her on TV before.
I know. I thought that too. Hey, Fortuna. I hope you're doing good, doing well. But like I said, me, Doug, Roy, there's a lot of us that a lot of times people they say, I don't want you to put your links on my channel, advertise. I don't want you to advertise and all this. We all help each other grow. We're not jealous of each other. Everybody kind of has their own style of doing these things. I have mine,
Yeah.
Doug, Roy, but we all try to help each other.
Well, that's how it is in my books too, Shandy. I don't get jealous. I look up to people. I learn from them.
Yeah, that's me.
And that's the way I am. But not everybody is like that, because I don't like jealousy. I look up to the people. Look, I'll be honest. I'm not the greatest artist in the world, and I know
think you're
that.
pretty good.
And I'm still learning, and I will always be learning. But that's the attitude I have. I have the
Right.
attitude that I'm always learning.
Well,
And I know I'm not the best artist.
I think you do very well myself.
Thank you. But so what I'm trying to say is the people that are really good, and I look up to them. I don't be jealous of them. I look up to them. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, there's a difference of spamming your channel. I mean, you can come in and say, myself, I don't put anything about my channel really that much unless if it's a moderated chat or a small place, they say put your link up or what channel, they'll put it up for me. Now, somewhere like Willie T's or an unmodded place, I may talk a little bit about my channel, but I don't go overboard. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
And I don't want to get gigantic where chat goes by so fast I have to put slow mode on, but
yeah, because when it actually gets so many chatters, I'll be honest, I kind of back off a bit because I can't keep up to it, and it's if you're playing good music or something, I might lurk.
Brian, there's a question for you in the chat.
Oh, let me go on the chat.
It's Fortuna.
Sorry, I'm just scanning down the chat here. Look. Monday, well, that song, Donald, Where's Your Trousers? Then I appreciate somebody singing that song to me like it.
Thank you, Charlie.
Fortuna,
I'm sorry one of these days.
I think I know who you're talking about, Fortuna. If you're talking about Brian, the political cartoonist, I think he's from Ottawa or something like that. No, he is really famous. And maybe one day if I get my cartoons published, but no, I don't think I'm the person you're thinking about.
Bye, Charlie. Thank you for coming by. I'm going to have to call it a night. It's 11:20.
Got you, Sean Art. Just seeing your post, Sean.
Well,
I'm with you, man.
It's 5:23 a.m. here in the morning, and
yeah,
I'm probably gonna. My eyes are starting to drip down on my cheeks now, hanging on my cheeks, like so. I'm gonna call it a night, and I'm gonna get a sleep, and hopefully get 4 hours sleep, and I'll be back up and at 4 or 5 hours time, and but I'll see you guys tomorrow night if you can make it. It'd be good to see you.
Shandy.
Yeah.
Shandy, sorry, thanks for everything.
You're very welcome. I just hope y'all come back. Brian, Donald, I enjoyed your music playing. I thank you so much. Brian, I'm glad to finally get to talk to you after all this time. And,
okay, I'm glad to get to talk to you too, Brian. Hear your
Donald,
voice. Your voice
Donald,
sounds.
This will go down in history, brother. This is a great night.
Totally. But your voice sounds exactly as what I thought it would be. And that is strange. Like it's like telepathy when I was reading your text. Your voice sounds exactly what I thought it would be. Like,
isn't that amazing, man?
Oh yeah, totally.
It's a
like,
great
totally.
pleasure, and thanks
Absolutely.
everybody, all the chatters and everybody.
Right.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Thanks to all the chatters too, and everybody.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night, Sean.
Donald,
thank you, Anthony.
Everybody in the chat, have a good night. Thank you so much for your company and everything. All the best. Right. Cheers. Good night.
We'll do this again. Thank you all.
Cheers. Right.
Good
Cheers.
night.
All the best. Cheers.
Good night, Brian. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Shandy. We'll talk to you soon, eh?
All right. Bye-bye. Good night.
Okay, bye-bye.